Hey everyone, how are y'all? Betty Joe, Sally Mae, King Scarlet, how are y'all tonight? Hey Lady V, Dreamcatcher, how are you? Michelle, how are you tonight? Hey Scott, Margaret, how are you? Y'all make sure to hit the thumbs up and put your chat on live chat. Hey Sarah Beth, how are you? Michelle, I'm doing good, thank you. Hold on one second, y'all. I'm sending my daughter a text message back. Lady V, thank you so much for being a member for 11 months. She says, welcome everyone. Please hit the like button. Yes, y'all make sure to hit that thumbs up on your way in. Yes, Sarah Beth, I'm doing good. Thank you. It's good to see you. Just Dawn, how are you? Hey, Too Fast, how are you? Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to situate everything up here in front of me. I just got done eating right before I went live. All right, so we got a new case that we're going to talk about tonight. That I was tagged in. Let me go ahead and do this real quick. And then grab the lady's picture. Her name is Melissa Davis. And she is missing out of Rice Lake, Wisconsin. Do we have anybody in here from Wisconsin? Too Fast, we're happy to have you. Thank you for joining us. All right, let me get Melissa's picture up here real quick. All right, so this is Melissa Davis, and she's 39 years old. She was last seen on May the 13th of this year in the area of Allen Street and Main Street in Rice Lake. And I'm gonna pull up Google Maps here in just 1 second. But apparently, according to her family, she does not have a cell phone. I don't know if they meant she doesn't have a cell phone, like in as does not own one, or she does not have hers with her, because apparently her boyfriend has been posting these weird messages on her Facebook since she's been missing. Lady V, how are you?
I'm good. How are you tonight?
Doing good.
When
Trying
did
to get
this
as much.
lady? Oh, sorry. Go ahead, hun.
No, go ahead. What was you asking?
Did she go? Is this the one that went missing on May 4th,
No, she was last seen May 13th.
May 13th? Okay.
Yeah, and I believe it was Meta Mom who had tagged me on Twitter because somebody had put the information out about her missing, because nobody was talking about it at
Mm-hmm.
all. And
Excuse me.
she hasn't been seen since May the 13th. She has a teenage daughter. Uh, they police department has executed search warrants at her last known location. I don't know if the last known location that she was living at was the boyfriend's, but I do know that they did execute a search warrant at his house, which turned up nothing. Um, but they didn't do that until like way after she was already missing.
Hmm.
And it was said that they had executed a search warrant on her last known residence on May the 31st. Well, this lady has been missing since the 13th. Was it what day was Mother's Day? Um, Hold on, Margaret. Let me.
May 12th.
Okay, so she was last seen the day after Mother's Day. Then.
Yeah, it was on my anniversary this year.
Yeah. Yeah, Betty Jo. So yesterday would have been a month. Yeah, since she's been seen.
So what
But
circumstances surrounded all of this?
there's, I don't know. There is like every article that I have seen is the same information. She's 39 years old. She was last seen in the Allen Street, Main Street area of Rice Lake, Wisconsin. She is. Where did I write down her? And she was last seen about 6:45 that afternoon on foot in that area. And I thought
Was
I
she
wrote
at a
down.
restaurant or
They didn't say.
uh,
And see, whenever, and I'm going to pull up Google Maps real quick, because whenever I went to Google Maps in that area, there's a lot of businesses there. So why didn't, did they go to each of these businesses?
yeah, I mean there should be cameras everywhere.
Right. Here's Allen Street. I'm going to try to zoom into it the best I can. This is Allen Street right here. This is Main Street. So this was the area that they're saying that she was last seen in. So May 13th, just a hard personal anniversary to me. It always stands out. Oh, Margaret, I'm sorry. I mean, you got a grocery store over here, a bank, a pharmacy, several, a loan place, restaurants. Like there had to have been cameras.
What time? 6:45. So the
yeah,
banks and
6:45.
stuff would be closed.
Right, and let me see what day of the week. So that would have been a Monday, right?
No, Mother's Day was Sunday. What was the date? The 13th. Yes, it would have been Monday. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, they would have been open earlier that day, but their cameras still should have been rolling though.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, there's a lot of businesses around here. Most of the restaurants are going to stay open late at night.
Right.
So were they not able to follow her, like from camera to camera?
Yeah, I think that's strange.
I mean, they haven't put any of this information out at all. They did ask the people in Rice Lake, the Rice Lake PD did, if they could check their outbuildings, if they had, sheds, trailers, campers, anything like that, to see if maybe she was staying in them. But nobody's came forward and said, yeah, it looks like somebody stayed here or anything like that.
So are they thinking she left on her own then and hiding, or?
Okay, so this other person on Twitter that had originally posted about it said that this happened not far from where he lived at. And I had posted on there today about that. I was looking through her Facebook, and that, there was a post made on the 20th of May, which would have been after she was, had went missing. And everybody in the comments were saying that it was her boyfriend that was doing it. Well, I finally found the boyfriend's name, but I'm not going to say it on here because, there's no proof if he has anything to do with it or whatever. But apparently from this person on Twitter was saying that there was some addiction problems there. I don't know if he met with a boyfriend or with Melissa. And it seems like police might have just thought that, she went away for a couple of days, which is sad because either way, the woman was missing. She was last seen on May the 13th. It doesn't matter if there's addiction involved in this or not. If somebody's reported missing, they need to be out looking for them.
Exactly.
And so they have put out a perimeter of where they were wanting people. Betty Jo, give me just 1 second. I'll pull you up. Where the Allen Street, Main Street area is, but they put a map out, and it's like from Main Street all the way down. Where's the street at? All the way down to like right up in this whole area is what they were wanting people to look in their buildings and all that to see if maybe she's been in there. Hey, Betty Jo, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing all
Hey,
right.
Betty Jo.
I don't sound funny, do I?
No,
Okay. Because
no, you sound normal.
I ain't
At
got
least your lip isn't on the floor anymore. You said that yesterday. I'm like, I saw Bill Cosby go, my lip was on the floor.
I couldn't feel it. It felt like it was way out. Your brother blew it out.
It's like, you don't understand, my whip is on the floor.
The baby said, Mama, why you sound like that?
Oh, well, no, you sound normal tonight. So let's see. Okay, so I just looked at like 6 different articles. Exactly, Sarah Beth. There is nothing that I could find, and I think the latest article that I found was either June the 5th or the 6th on this case. There's nothing else. There's not a Facebook group for her. To help find her. A lot of people have been posted on her personal Facebook page. There was a visual for her last Friday at a church there, where her daughter spoke. I don't know the age of her daughter. I do know that she is a teenager. So I'm not going to put her name out there either. But there's very, very little on this case.
Does she have an ex-husband?
She has a boyfriend. Hey, Thistle. And according to people that are on her Facebook, on her personal Facebook,
right.
Because when I went on there today, there was a post on there from May the 20th, which would have been after she was reported missing.
Right.
And it's like this little cartoon type character that he's like holding his hands like he's praying and he's looking up to the sky. And they wrote above it, the next time I see you, we're going to kiss for a very long time. And people were like, why is this person posting something like this where they're looking up to the sky?
Right.
And the daughter got on there and said that wasn't a post by her mom, that it was her boyfriend that made it. People are speculating that he knows something about it. Like I said, there was a search warrant executed at his residence, but apparently it didn't turn up anything. So I don't want to put his name out there,
right,
until something is brought up saying that he has something to do with it. But people are speculating that he does. But I mean, there's literally not a whole lot on this. And like the person on Twitter was saying, nobody's talking about it. And just because if there was, and I don't know for sure if there was any addiction issues going on in this relationship between him, her, both of them, or whatever, it shouldn't matter.
No, you still should. There still should be.
Somebody should be looking for her.
Put out on her.
Yeah.
Look for her.
And I thought I had wrote down her height and her weight. I think she's 5'4". Wait, where did I put that out? I could have swore I wrote it down, but I guess I did. But I did make a channel in Facebook. I mean, in Discord for her. Okay, yes, she's 5'4" tall, weighs 125 pounds, brown hair, hazel eyes.
Yeah, I seen it. I can't remember where I seen. I think it was on Twitter when I seen it.
Mm-hmm.
And it said that was no, there's no new information or anything.
There's nothing. Basically, just like a lot of other people. Hey, Kelly, how are you? In these missing person cases, she just vanished into thin air.
That's just scary.
Margaret said, I don't have Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram. Just sign on my apartment door saying if I'm missing, call Scarlett Law Soul CC chat community. Oh my
That's
god.
fun.
All right, let me write this down. She's got hazel eyes. I could have swore I wrote it on my notes today, but I don't guess I did. I was trying to post about it in like 4 or 5 different places today. But yeah, I mean, I had I went to her daughter's Facebook because her daughter was wanting some people to, print out some pictures of her for the vigil that they had last week,
Right.
and it looks like her daughter had it was either a friend or a family member. It was a young girl that had apparently passed away not long ago. Um, and she had posted to her mom, like, I miss you and I can't lose you too. Like, this girl, Melissa's daughter, is wanting to know what happened to her mom,
Well,
and,
yeah.
and, and wants her mom brought home.
Yeah.
And
She's
Poor
what,
thing.
16, 15, 16?
yeah, something like that. I know she's a teenager. Um, I don't think I've seen her exact age, but yes, she looks to be 15, 16 years old.
Poor thing.
Hey, sweet Melissa. It's just sad though that
Still a shame because, all these people going missing, their kids, especially ones with kids, and they don't understand why
right.
or what's going on
I
and
mean,
why nobody's searching for them.
well, there's not even an explanation as to why she was walking in the area of Allen Street and Main Street uh, at 6:45 p.m. They don't say what direction she was going. They don't say what type of clothes she had on. They
They
don't say
have to
any
know
of that.
more than that.
I
Yeah, they
mean,
got,
something that they can put out to the public to, does she have tattoos? And I thought about sending the daughter a message and asking, but she is a teenager, so I don't want to go there,
yeah.
and do that. But I mean, let me pull this back up again.
But still, if they got surveillance, like if they got cameras and they spot her on a camera, they can put out, like, she's wearing this.
Yeah, but see, right here, here's Allen and Main Street, and there's all these businesses around here that has
Oh, yeah.
cameras,
Oh, yeah.
and there are houses back here. Um, this is what is this Johnson refrigerated truck bodies right here. You know, and
Yeah,
then
they gotta have cameras.
and then I believe this is Lake Superior. This back here, I think so. No, Rice Lake. Okay. Because there was also something on Facebook in the group that this anonymous poster, hey, Princess Megan, how are you? Um, and I hate when people post anonymous claiming to have facts about a case, but then
I do.
again, I don't like it, but I also see uh, a reason why they may be doing it because they
Yeah.
may live in the area and may know something but don't want to give their name out publicly. So I see it from both sides of it.
Yeah.
But this person posted the missing person flyer and said above it that she was last seen in the LOC, which is a Chippewa reservation up there, and that she was seen in a green tan car with 2 Native American males. Now, there's no confirmation on that. Uh,
Right.
if she was in the area, in the LOC, then I'm pretty sure police know about it. Someone did say that they thought that police had done a search warrant up in that area looking, but didn't specifically say if it was on the reservation or up close to it or whatever. Um, so, yeah, somebody had even posted that on this lady's Facebook page. It's just what it sounds like. It is basically just some of the locals that are there, you know, trying to keep this going. But I can't even believe that no one's made a Facebook group for her
Yeah.
to, post
Wow.
information or anything because usually when someone goes missing, that's like the first place I go to is Facebook, and
Yeah.
I help find or help look for or whatever you can put in the search in the search bar and it'll pull it up And they've already got a Facebook group, but there's nothing for her.
No.
It's just like nobody's talking about it except for just, like I said, the few people that's on her Facebook page. Hey, Elsie.
And if she has a boyfriend, like you think he would at least make something or have
Yeah.
somebody make something.
Well, apparently he had posted something else on her page um, before he made the May 20th post, but it has since been deleted, so I didn't get to see it. But the one that he made on the 20th is still on there. Uh,
What
and I
did he
can.
say on that?
It just says. Let me go back to it. Hold on, so I can
He
read it exactly.
probably deleted the post that he made and just left the
That's
other
my
one.
Facebook. I don't know why Facebook is taking forever to come up. Okay. Okay, so he says on May the 20th at 10:03 p.m. It is a picture of a snowman. I'll pull it. I'm gonna pull it up, but I'm not gonna go through because this is her personal.
Did they have snow then?
That I'm not sure of. But this is on her personal Facebook, so I'm not going to scroll through it and all that. I'm just going to show this one. It was done May the 20th at 10:03 p.m. It said, "The next time I see you, we are going to kiss for a very long time." And then it has this picture where they're like looking up to the sky. And
weird.
a lot of people were wanting to know, why is this person posting a picture of this character looking up to the sky when they're leaving this message on her
that's
Facebook.
Frosty the Snowman.
Yeah, that's Frosty the Snowman.
And a lot of people
that's just weird.
went to bad thoughts with it. Okay, he has to know something. He knows what happened to her, whatever. And there's no proof that he does. That's why I'm not going to put his name out there right now. Now, once it comes up,
I'm gonna say Frosty's a little weird, but we don't know.
But it could be something, a joke between them two.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you
really don't know. And it was just the way he's looking up to the sky. That's what people were thinking. Why is he looking up to the? Why is he posting something where they're looking up to the sky like he already knows
heaven?
Yeah. King Scarlet, I don't know if she has a vehicle. There's nothing been put out about a vehicle. I don't know if this lady has any tattoos. Hey, Avery, how are you? I know she has tattoos. If she has any scars. If she has a vehicle. If she for sure has a phone or not. Because according to the family, from what I've seen others post, that her family has said she doesn't have a phone. Okay, well, is that she doesn't own a cell phone, or she does not have her cell phone with her? That was never confirmed either way. And you know how as people in true crime community, like, we need the specifics of something. Is it she don't own a phone, or she doesn't have a phone? Because somehow this dude is posting on Melissa's personal Facebook page. Does he have her phone and is posting stuff on it, or does he have her logins? If she does have a phone, but she didn't take the phone with her when she left, why doesn't police have the phone?
Absolutely.
There's a lot of questions surrounding it. There's nothing about from what I have looked through stuff, nothing about a vehicle. I don't know if the area that she was last seen in at 6:45 that afternoon, if that is her last known residence in that area, if that's the boyfriend's last known residence, or if it's in another part of town. I don't know. Okay, thank you, Sarah Beth. Sarah Beth says she just emailed the Rice Lake police and asked if there was any other information that they could give.
Thank you, hon.
There's literally nothing. Like, this is the only picture that I showed y'all a minute ago. Because there's
no other pictures on her Facebook either?
Well, there's one other one, but it has her daughter in it.
Yeah, you
Oh,
don't.
okay.
So I
Yeah.
didn't because her daughter is a minor. I don't want to show it.
Right, right,
But there is a news article out there of the vigil, and her daughter does speak at it, so you can see her on there. But as far as me putting the
right.
daughter out there, I
Yeah.
don't want to do that. Um, it's just it's crazy, and I don't know exactly how large this town is. It doesn't look like it's very big, but there's there's no more information on this lady. Like, why are they not putting out at least the basics
Yes. I
on
mean,
her? Like, we've got a height and a weight and an age and a name and the date she's missing and the last location that she was seen and missing from. But I need to know scars, marks, tattoos,
Mm,
uh, what she
exactly.
was wearing, vehicle description if she had a vehicle, the direction that she was walking in when she was seen in that area. Like, we need more
Yeah.
information.
Where did she go before that?
Right. And Sarah Beth, that's what's sad is that there's nothing out there.
It
it's
definitely brings red
just like
flags with,
some of the other ones, vanished without a trace.
yeah, it's just like, wow.
I mean, it's you see her, and even if she's seen on Allen or in the area of Allen and Main Street, was she seen on a camera? Was she seen by a pedestrian on the street? Who was she seen by?
Right.
None of this information has been given out. In this LOC, I need to find out how far it is from
What's
there.
LOC?
It is,
I'm taking a reservation or something.
yeah, it's a, hold on, because I did write that down because I had to look it up. It is, and I hope I'm not, it's the Chippewa Reservation, but I'm going to put the name in the chat because I don't want to like say this name.
Don't pay
I'm
attention to.
serious. It's LCO. I'm sitting here saying LOC is LCO. Um, no, she's fine. She didn't hurt anything.
She's using the bathroom. She's got to be loud.
Well, if people can't handle her being on here, then they need to find another channel because she's just fine.
She's in there talking to herself.
She's funny.
Okay, so there it is. Um, just on. Let me go back to her Facebook real quick and see when that picture was posted. Okay, so the picture that I just showed, she had posted on her Facebook November the 22nd of 2023.
So it was last year.
Yes. And like I said, the other one that's on there, when was this one? Well, no, here's one right here.
Well, when was the last time? Does it say the last time she was on her Facebook? Like she posted anything other than last year?
Let's see. So May the 20th. No, it goes back to updated her profile picture on December the 3rd of 2023, and that was the picture that I just showed y'all.
Yeah, because some people don't get on Facebook like that. So,
And she had another account, but it was like a couple of years ago. So I don't know. It's the boyfriend is kind of weird looking, but I can't look at him and say, "Oh, he's weird looking," so he's obviously
right,
guilty.
Right.
You know what I'm
if
saying?
that's the case, we're gonna look at the whole world.
Yeah. I mean, he's got the long hair and he kind of looks hippie looking and and all that, but that doesn't.
Well, so does my husband.
Yeah, so it doesn't 100% mean he has something to do with her missing. It looks like, okay, so the first post that she made on here was August the 21st of 2023 when she added the profile picture with her and her daughter in it. And there's not a whole lot of posts. A couple of music videos on there, and that's about it.
She's been missing a month and one day.
Yeah. And like I said, I didn't even know about this case until I believe it was Metamom that had tagged me. And the guy on Twitter that was talking about the case.
That's crazy.
And had put it on there and said nobody else is talking about it. Okay, this is another picture that I just found on her Facebook. So there's this one and the one I just showed y'all that I have also on my thumbnail. That's the only two that I can find of her.
Wow.
Other than the one with her daughter.
Pretty lady.
So,
how old was she again?
She's 39.
39.
Not unless she got tired of everything and just walked away.
I don't know. According to the guy on Twitter, that's what it kind of sounds like, that police might have thought because of the addiction issues, that maybe police thought that she just took off on her own for a couple of days. But
it's been a month and 1 day.
Yeah, but either way, and like I said, I don't know if the guy meant addiction as in with the boyfriend, with her, with both of them. He didn't specify. Right. I'm not saying that this lady is on drugs. I don't know if she has any addiction issues or not, or she just got tired of it with the boyfriend and left. I don't know. Right. Either way, it does not matter.
No, she still should be found either way.
Yes, the police department should be doing everything that they can to get her picture out there, get her story out there, get her name out there, so she can be found. Sarah Beth, I said the same thing. I don't know why they haven't put that out. And if it's been put out there, I haven't found it. I mean, people need to know at least what she was wearing when she was last seen. That's something that's very important.
Absolutely.
Because that way, if there's any clothing found, and they can look at it and say, okay, well, this is what she was last seen wearing. You know, they haven't released any of that. So I don't know. It just says on this article, you know, anybody with any information as to Davis's whereabouts is asked to contact the Rice Lake Police Department, and it leaves their number, or the Barron County Dispatch Center, and it leaves their numbers if calling after hours. I don't know.
That's crazy.
I mean, she couldn't have just vanished into thin air. Like, somebody knows something of where she's at or what has happened to her, you know.
Somebody had to have seen something down there in a busy area like that.
Yeah.
But then we got Riley Strain.
Yeah, but you see how with Riley, how they followed him camera to camera?
Exactly.
They could have done that with this lady.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're gonna, my thing is, that's the thing. I don't care what state it is or whatever, where they go missing. If you're gonna do that for one case, do it for all of them.
Exactly.
It don't matter what state you're in, because every state has cameras.
Yes, I mean, there's cameras all over the place. There was a loan place, a finance company there. You know they got cameras, and I believe there was a bank that was there, so you know they got cameras also.
Yeah, because the world we live in today, everything has cameras.
Yes, on every corner. And so, if that's how she was seen, well, even if it would have been somebody who was passing by and was like, "Hey, I seen her in this area, but at the time I didn't know she was missing."
Right.
Go back and look at the cameras and you know, try to follow where she's going. So does she go north on Main Street? Does she keep going west on what's the other one? Allen Street? Like, was she going towards the water?
Right, exactly.
You know, we need to know all that. I mean, we can get this information out to the public, but we need to know more details than what they've given. And they've given nothing that's other than her age, her name, and her height and her weight.
Yeah, that's not going to help find anybody.
I mean, do you know how many 5'4" women there are with brown hair and hazel eyes? I mean, with the same similar haircut. That if you walk up to and said, "Hey, are you Melissa Davis, the lady who's missing?" And if it is her, she looks at you crazy and is like, "No, I don't know what you're talking about." You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to have a scar, a tattoo, or something to verify that it's her.
Yep.
And I'm not saying that this lady would do that, but there are people who go missing who don't want to be found.
That's very true.
Yes.
You know, and if you have a tattoo, unless they go somewhere and get it removed, you know,
Which
and it's
that costs a lot of money. So
right. You know, there's always a way to verify if it's the missing person or not.
well, I have Bugs Bunny on the inside of my one arm, Tasmanian Devil on the other inside of my arm, stars on my wrist, and my mom's name on the side of my leg. So if I go missing,
All right, well, everybody heard it.
I go missing. You know what happens?
We know
You
what to
find me
look
by my
for.
tattoos.
But I mean, and you know, then again, she may not have any tattoos.
Right.
But that's where the scars come in. Does she have any
Right.
visible scars?
Right. Exactly. You got some people.
You
You
know,
know, have
right?
a birthmark you might be able to see. You know, anything.
I mean, somebody's got to know something or seen something or has heard something in that town because, like I said, it doesn't look like it's a very big town. You know, somebody's got to be talking, and they're just for whatever reason, you know, they've done these search warrants, but nothing's came up. Nothing in
Nothing's
her
turned up.
right. No, nothing in her last known residence. Apparently, nothing at the boyfriend's house. I mean, where did she go?
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, yeah, people walk away every day, but there's a sign of them somewhere. There has to.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, if you see that she, just for example, you follow her on the camera from business to business, and you see she's going north on Main Street. Okay, well, when she gets out, if she keeps going out of town or where there's no more businesses at, somebody driving on the road saw her. Uh, you know, there's going to be a
They didn't say
house.
whether she was driving or walking or
No,
anything either, did
no,
they?
no. It says she was on foot
Yeah.
at 6:45, but
Okay.
they don't say how they know that, if it was by camera or by somebody else that had seen her.
Right. That just says walking.
Yeah, on foot.
Yeah. No, well, we've seen her on this camera walking, or this
Right.
drove by, was seen her. Nothing like that. Something that needs to be specific.
Yeah, because all they say is in the area of Allen Street and Main Street. Okay. Allen Street. I mean, I just showed you on the camera. The area of Allen Street and Main Street is a
It's
pretty busy area.
yeah, it is.
I mean, there's a lot of businesses right there on them corners. Look
And
back up.
nowadays, this world is crazy. You don't know exactly what happened.
No, there's, like I said, there's a grocery store, a Marketplace Express, a gas station there, a gas station here, a bank here. There
And you know
is, what is that?
Sorry,
Hotel
nice.
Hill. Let's see, restaurants up through here. I mean, they don't say which way she was walking from,
that,
which way she was walking to. There's water back here. There's water over here.
yeah, I mean,
They don't have they searched the water. You know, there's a baseball field up here. It's, I don't understand why they can't, like, why are they, unless they know more than what they're putting out.
right. That could be true too.
So if that's the case, then I understand it. But if you're asking for the public's help, then the public needs to know what she was wearing when she was last seen.
Yeah.
You know, it's just they need to know that. So I don't know. Hopefully, you know, her case and her story will pick up traction, and more people will start talking about it. The police.
Yeah, I'm just
What's
sitting here talking to myself.
were you muted?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say because I never heard you.
No. I was just saying, yeah, something, man, like some identifying something.
I I don't. Unless, like I said, they know more than what they're putting out to the public because they don't want to jeopardize the case. That's the only thing I can think of why they wouldn't. Either that, or they're just not looking, or they're not taking it that serious, which I hope is not the case.
Yeah, exactly.
Because a person's not just seen on camera or seen by a person, and then bam, they just
Just gone.
vanish into thin air. It just doesn't happen like that. Either somebody picked her up, or she continued walking, and they didn't follow the cameras to figure out where she was maybe walking to, or they're just not doing their job. And then you've got people like this anonymous poster that's saying, "Oh, she was seen up at, the LCO with two Native American men in a green tan car."
Yeah.
But
I,
you don't. Where's your facts to back it up, though?
yeah. Where's the proof?
Right.
If you,
It's just
they can prove it.
right.
I mean, was it on a camera that they saw it? Was somebody that saw it told them, or
They didn't say
what? I
that.
mean, it'd be
That's
They're
nice
just
to
an
know.
anonymous person.
that's literally that's exactly what they said. Is they had shared her missing person poster, and above it they typed out in a message that she was last seen at the LCO in a green tan car with two Native American males. That's all they put. They didn't say how I know, what date and time, what direction they were going. Uh, was she actually on the reservation? Was she off of it? But no other information. Was she hurt? They didn't give anything else. That's all they said.
That's just crazy.
And they're posting this on this lady's personal Facebook account under the picture that I just showed y'all, the snowman. And her daughter is in those comments saying, "My mama did not make this post, it was her boyfriend." So you know that the daughter has seen where these people are posting as anonymous, that this is where she was seen at with no proof to back it up. And so, it's not right to do that. This is a teenage girl who wants her mom brought back home, and you're posting stuff like that, getting her hopes up,
Right.
and more than 99%, it's not even true. There's just people out there playing games for the fun of it.
People are just cruel.
They don't care.
They don't.
They really don't. It's just I don't know. There's too many damn grown ass people in this world who wants to play little kid ass games
Mm-hmm.
with cases like this.
And just hurt other people, say mean things just to say mean things.
Right. Sarah Beth, whenever I looked it up, I didn't find none earlier today. Can you send me the link on Discord so I can check it out? Where's my little search thing at for Google? What the heck? Because I want to look up how far that reservation is.
I'm not being a joke.
Huh?
I had to take my medicine.
Oh,
They gave me amoxicillin,
yes.
and I
Those
had to
things are
take that.
huge.
Joke.
Yeah, those things are huge
Yeah, they are.
and
Yeah, I
dry.
really don't want to take them, but
Yeah,
I mean, there's just some pills that are hard to swallow.
I can't even take anything like that. I'm allergic to penicillin, so anything penicillin based,
Well,
I
I
can't
don't know.
have.
I don't know why they gave it to me because when I had my top ones out, I didn't have nothing.
And
But I
then,
guess
okay, I posted in the channel. Okay, thank you, Sarah Beth.
here they do it different. I don't know, but I'm gonna
Oh,
take.
it's probably good to take them anyway, though, after having something like that done.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to have no infection or anything. And
Right.
I can't. They told me not to smoke for 2 days. Yeah, that ain't happening.
Yeah, right. Like, yeah, that lasts for like, give
He
me a
said.
cigarette.
He
And I
said.
get in the car and I'm like, I want a cigarette, please.
Well, I couldn't because my mouth was so swollen. Well, it felt like it was, and the galls. I couldn't do anything until the bleeding stopped. So that was a
Right.
few hours.
Yeah, I don't.
But
I'm like, I
he
get
said,
in the car, I'm like, I want a cigarette.
yeah, he said, I know you smoke. He said, but try not to smoke for 2 days. I said, yeah, I don't think that's going to
Yeah,
happen.
they
I'll
know
try.
that. Yeah. You just have to be careful how you do it so you don't get dry
Yeah,
socket,
well, I
you
put a
know?
piece of gauze over it.
And don't
That's
drink
what I do.
anything with any type of carbonated water. Don't
Yeah,
drink it
no, I drink. I have water.
because you'll get a dry socket from that too.
Yeah. He said I can drink any type of liquid, but I only drink water anyway. So
Okay, so the reservation, the LCO, is depending on which way you go, it's showing two different ways. With one of the ways you can do a detour.
Can you,
Uh,
is that on the map that you showed us?
I can pull it back up. Right here. Okay, so so down here is the area where the little red pin is, the area that she was last seen. The reservation that this anonymous poster is claiming that she was at is right at an hour north of where she was last seen. Hey, Libra Moon. So I was just wanting to know how far away, that the two locations are. I don't know. They need to, if that is the case, they need to provide more proof that she was at this reservation instead of just throwing that out that she was at some reservation and that she was with two Native American men.
yeah, because how far is that from where they say she was?
Right in an hour,
Yeah,
52 minutes, anywhere from 52 to 55 minutes.
yeah, no.
So
Show proof of that, and then we'll believe it.
Okay.
exactly, yeah.
Another question. How far is this from the border?
That is a good question. I would say a couple of hours, depending on which way you're going.
I'm really conscious about those borders now.
Oh yeah.
Well, so Wisconsin does not border Canada.
No.
No, it doesn't.
So.
It just.
But you can get there in a very short period, right? Though I
Well,
mean,
yeah,
like
you can go through Minnesota and go up
few
into
hours.
Canada. Yeah.
I mean, can't you get on a barge or something?
Oh, you'd have to go to
one of the lakes.
probably
Which
Lake
one is that?
Superior, but
Oh,
do they
that'd
have?
be a rough ride.
So
Yeah, do or not.
Mm-mm.
I mean, yeah. If y'all have never been out in the Great Lakes, I've been on Lake Erie. It's literally like you're out in the ocean.
Yeah.
Well, Lake
It's
Superior especially. That's where that huge cargo ship was lost to Fitzgerald back in the 70s, I think.
yeah. It's
Oh,
I
quite.
didn't
I'll stay out of there.
it's I didn't realize how big they were until I went to Ohio to visit my uncle, and we went out on Lake Erie, and it's.
They're
I'm used to lakes.
huge.
Yeah, I'm used to lakes around here. Like you can be on one side of the lake and see across the lake and see trees
Right.
and all that. You're out in these lakes. It's like looking at the ocean and the horizon.
Uh huh.
That's what
Quite
it's
all
like
right.
out there. Yeah. So I mean, I'm pretty sure it's possible that she could have went from Wisconsin up into Minnesota into Canada if that
If
happened.
somebody, I mean, I was just wondering how close it was for, traffic.
Let's see. Let me see. What is the closest?
That's all. I mean, it just now pops. Anytime I think of those states up there now, the borders just pop in my head
Yeah.
of, I wonder.
Let's see if I can do this. Let's take. I'm gonna take this one off. Do a look. Okay, so from down here where she was last seen at, all the way up to the border with Wisconsin, with Minnesota, is almost 2 hours, depending on which way you go. An hour and 46 minutes, or 2.5 hours. Just depends on which way you're going, just to get to that state. Then you got to go from
Go through that, yeah.
go
I'm
through that state
terrible.
to Canada.
I've mentioned this before, but geography is not my strong suit. That's
Well,
Princess Lena's, not mine.
I'm pretty good at it, but for some reason I was thinking that Wisconsin bordered Canada too. I didn't feel okay. Thank you, Sarah Beth. Let me see real quick what she's saying. Yes, that is him, Sarah Beth. Okay. Let me read this real quick, y'all. So he's talking about her in the past tense.
See, that's what makes it kind of suspicious because he's talking about her in past tense.
Right.
And looking up at heaven.
Right. So so apparently he's posted or sent messages to people that's talking about it on this Facebook group that says, if you have something you would like to ask me about, feel free to hit me up. But yes, I've been cooperating with investigators well before the search of her and my place. Melissa was my best friend, and I miss her very much. All you people and your opinions aren't helping anything as far as finding Lissa. All this energy could be focused elsewhere productive. Thank you. So why are you talking about her in the past tense?
Well, why are
That
you being so aggressive at the beginning of this thing?
yeah,
Right.
because people just want to know which way she went or what she's
I
wearing
mean,
or what.
Yeah.
people are
Yeah,
just trying to help find her, so why are you being so aggressive about it?
Yep.
yeah.
It's huge
I mean,
red
I
flag.
get it. You're upset that she's missing, but so is a lot of other people. We might not know her, but still, she's a missing person.
Right.
Right.
Okay, let me join this group while I have it.
I mean, I honestly, I don't understand people either. It's like, Sebastian. Oh, I love Sebastian. And if you do, that's all good and well. But I don't know the kid to love the kid. I'm concerned about him.
Right.
I want him found, but it's like I would be more in this case, I'm more concerned about the daughter, than I am the stupid boyfriend.
Right, exactly, because she's missing her mother.
Exactly.
And just like, okay, like I said, I don't trust neither one of the parents in Sebastian's case. So, but that is their child. He is missing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it really doesn't matter what we think about it, to be honest with you. It really doesn't.
Right.
They still have to be found.
Right.
I mean, not meaning to like cause any issues or anything like that. It's just aggravating me that, it's like you just don't hear anything about the missing people. It's all about everybody else.
It's his case is turned into, hey Liza.
It's
Um,
just a shit show. That's what it's turned
yeah,
into.
it's
I'm
turned in.
sorry, but
No, that's the truth. It is. it's like another Summer Wells case, and
Mhm.
it's not focused on Sebastian being missing anymore. It's
Mm-mm.
who can go with who, and all the drama between people, and Tony was fired, or Tony showed this on a TikTok video. Nobody cares about that, because none of that and what he does on TikTok, or behind a green screen and all this and that, is not going to help find Sebastian.
Nope.
No, it's not.
Or he was fired from Caleb Harris's or fired by Caleb Harris's family, and then no, he wasn't fired. What the hell has that got to do with Sebastian being missing?
It doesn't. It
Exactly.
doesn't have a damn thing to do with
It
it.
has
Or
absolutely nothing.
or people putting out fake pictures. Oh, I seen this kid. He looks like Sebastian. No, he doesn't.
It's just,
Or I spotted him here. Or I spotted him. No, you didn't.
Well,
now, I
I
mean,
tell you what, that kid's got a face that honestly is very familiar. It's one of those faces. It's like I was at work one day and I saw this kid, probably about 17, that from, I mean, even like getting a decent look at him, he looked like Sebastian. And it was enough that like Sebastian that I hollered out to him with his name.
mm,
And then he got behind a wheel of a car and I'm like, well, that definitely is not Sebastian. But I mean, it's like, I don't know, it's just all aggravating to me.
yeah, it's just they take the focus, and same thing in Summer Will's case. They
Take it
take the
off.
focus off of the person missing,
Yep.
and they go at each other. Everybody is so worried about everybody else who's covering a case that they
Yep.
want to cause drama to try to get that person off of it, because all of the people who do that are in it for clicks and views and money.
Mhm.
Well, and that's why I love you and your channel, because and that's why I like Grizzly True Crime. That's why I like her so much, because I mean, you get rid of all of the bull crap and you focus on
The
the missing
child.
Right.
person, yeah,
Yeah.
or the child or whatever, yeah.
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 You don't focus on all the. Oh, I can make money off it. No, it's not about the money. It's about finding them.
But
Exactly.
when there's no new information coming out on a case, how
There's
do
no
you
reason to talk
continue to,
about it.
yeah, how can you continue to talk about it?
Yeah.
That's
Exactly.
where
Well,
that's
you
when the
you
drama comes in.
Mhm.
exactly. You don't until there's more information, factual information,
Yep.
something.
Yep. That's when
Can't
all the
talk about
drama
something
comes
that
in.
ain't just not new.
Just like this case here. There hasn't been anything new put out, but I literally, I think yesterday morning, it's when I found out about the case.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she
So of
follows
course
me too,
you're
Scarlett.
gonna talk about it because it's new and nobody's talking about it.
Hmm.
They
Yeah,
she needs to be her name needs to be put out there so
it
people
does.
can start looking or doing whatever they're supposed to be doing to find her to bring her home to her daughter.
So I'm
I,
on.
I'm just different. If let me tell you something, if one of mine went missing, I'd tear the whole world up.
Yeah,
So
I would be the same way. And I don't know if Melissa Davis, if her parents are alive, or what the family members are, that who they are to her, that are saying about the phone or whatever. Only person I know that she has is her daughter.
right,
You know, it could be aunts or uncles or cousins, parents, whatever that she has. Um, and we don't know if they're not keeping on with the police
right,
about what's going on.
right,
A lot of families who have a person that is missing, the whole social media thing when it comes to a missing person is completely new to them.
yep. And
Mhm.
plus, it gets out of hand when you go to social media.
Yes, it does. And so, which that is completely sad.
It is.
If we do what we do best, and that's get information out there, then we're providing a very important service, right?
Right.
But once you get off the facts and
Mm-hmm.
you don't even hear, the missing person's name and you're just
Exactly.
trying to find something to hold on to keep your clicks and views going,
Yeah.
then we do a complete disservice to the whole thing. Because
Right.
none of this is any of our business, and none of this is going to help us find him at all,
No. And
or
like
her.
Liza just said, some creators managed to find a coworker from 8 years ago. What the hell is a coworker from 8 years ago going to do to help find
Right.
someone who's
What are
missing
they
now?
going to tell you?
I
That was
mean,
8 years ago.
yeah, if they're not in contact with this person on a daily or even a weekly basis, there's nothing they can tell you that's going to help find the person that's missing.
Right.
I mean,
Exactly.
honestly, it's not. It's just it's getting ridiculous with some of these cases where there's nothing new that has came out, and I'm saying new from like the police department.
Hmm.
Exactly.
Um, and it's there's other cases that need to be talked about.
And I'm sure any of the kids that are missing, like Sebastian, I'm sure they've talked to all of their friends or anybody they went to school with. I'm sure that's all been already talked to and drug over. And
Yeah, and
what is the
that's
point of looking any of them up saying, oh, well, because there's not.
no, there's nothing. And that's like the dad and his fiance and the 2 year old little girl that they think that has fled to Mexico.
Yeah.
Soraya and her dad and the dad's girlfriend. I mean, have they verified for 1,000% sure that they fled to Mexico?
Nope.
Not that I've seen.
Me neither.
You know, so as of right now, all we know is police
They
think that they
go on the
fled to
run.
Mexico with her. Hey,
Right.
Babs, how are you? So it's just I go through each one of these cases every day and I look for new information. If there's nothing new, then what is the point of bringing it up? Like the 8-month-old baby Maya, they found her body today.
Yeah, I seen that.
Oh,
Yeah, they found
Wasn't
her
it?
in the house.
Yep.
um she was Her remains were under a pile of debris. I
Yep.
don't understand why they missed this pile of debris and didn't check it whenever they went to the house to begin with. But we were all wondering why the parents wasn't at home and they were at the hotel.
Hmm.
That is the reason why they were at the hotel, because that baby was at that house.
Yep. And they
And the
knew it.
wow.
and they knew it. And apparently there has been uh so okay, the mom and dad, the dad's mom and stepdad, and then the guy that was at the mom's house in the driveway that threw the drugs underneath his car. So at that time there was 5 people that was arrested. Now apparently the mom's uh, parents have also been arrested.
Wow.
So I've seen,
Probably all knew about it.
yeah, I've seen 7 people arrested, but then I've seen something about 8 people. So I don't know if the 8 person thing was just a typo and they meant 7 or what.
Yeah.
But I do need to look that up real quick because I seen that just not long ago. But yeah, they did. They found the baby, and apparently the other kids are now in state custody.
It's a shame.
That is so sad.
Michelle, I'm tired of it too. But the thing is, it's never going to end.
Nope.
It never will.
Alexa, stop.
I
You like
mean,
what?
Oh, I told Alexa to stop.
Oh, okay. Sarah Beth Maya was in Kentucky. Okay, let me see. All right, so let me see if this has. All right, so on June the 6th, her parents and grandmother were arrested. So, is there nothing new on here about the? So I know she was found because it was all over today. Okay, let me see what this is. I was trying to see if there was somebody else other than the mom's parents. It says here, let me pull the article up. This came out 6 hours ago. All right, so Kentucky State Police said remains found Friday during a search of the family residence of missing 8-month-old Maya Rudd likely belonged to the girl. Kentucky State Police detectives located the infant's body consistent with Maya Rudd at 1:15 today. The hidden body was decomposing, so they hid her.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. Okay, so it was 7 arrested then, so that would have been both parents and all 4 grandparents. And then the guy that was at the grandmother's house, which I don't think he had any child abuse charges on him. I think his was just drug related. He just basically was at the wrong place at the wrong time, about to get in his car when the police rolled up to do a welfare check on the grandmother's house. And he got busted too. Okay, so the remains were found in a corner of the home, which was full of debris. No results, not the results that we wanted, but really expected. I'm sorry, but it's sad that whenever you have a child that's missing and you say something like that, it's not what you wanted, but you expected it for the turnout to be like that.
Wow.
So preliminary findings from a medical examiner, including possible identification, could come as soon as Saturday. Law enforcement officials said that the discovery, the search now transitions to a criminal investigation. The girl's parents, Tesla Tucker and Cage Rudd, paternal grandparents Billy J. Smith and Ricky Smith, and a 5th person identified as Timothy Roach, which was the guy that got arrested out in the driveway, was arrested early June on drug charges. All except Roach are from the Reynolds Station, about 90 miles southwest of Louisville, police said. Roach is from Owensboro, about 25 miles west of Reynolds Station. It's not clear if they have retained legal counsel. The public defender for the region did not respond to a request for comment. And it's sad when that's the only picture you have of your baby.
Yes, very sad.
Yeah,
She's 8 months old,
definitely.
and all you've got is a picture of her as a newborn, which looks to be laying on a hospital bed. Michelle, no. I'm pretty sure once all of that, it'll eventually come out, like how long she had been deceased. Because, hold on, let me find my notes on her. Because I believe it was said that the family had last seen her in April. Hold on. Where's my
That's a
notes?
shame.
Yeah, it's. This is her. Is this her? No, that's not her either. Hold on. I know I've got notes on it. So, yes. I believe it was April was the last time the family seen her, and then she was last seen at the 1st of May. Something like that. Where the heck is... So I'm pretty sure it will come out as to how long she was deceased before she was found. I hope her parents rot in hell.
So do I.
I do too.
10 times
Those
over.
kind of
Yeah.
those kind of people just need the same damn thing done to them.
Yeah. Sarah Beth, I'm starting to get there with you, honestly, because this is that poor baby. Honestly, her and the other kids, they don't stand a chance. Every adult that has been around them, as far as like immediate family, is now sitting in jail for, if not child abuse charges, drug charges.
Yep.
It's just, I don't know. I know that the grandfather that was arrested, well, the step grandfather that was arrested at the hotel room with the mom and dad, he had a child abuse charge on him. along with the mom and dad. The grandmother, which would have been the bio dad's mom, hers was an assault charge
How
from
in
like 2023.
how do you look at that child and do the things you do?
Because
How?
people don't care.
I don't even smack my granddaughter.
People, there's some people in this world that just they don't care. They don't
No, they
care
don't.
how. If it comes to their kid, no matter the age or their substances, they're going to go for the substances. They don't care if the kid's fed. They don't care if there's electric or water at the house. They don't care if the kid's got to go to school and, if he's got clothes or whatever. They don't care.
People like that should not be allowed to have kids
Nope.
ever.
Nope.
If they're on drugs, take their kids and fix them.
Well, at the hotel room when they arrested the mom, the dad, and the grandfather, there was and F substances found in the hotel room when they were arrested. And there's no telling how long they were at this hotel, like how long they had been staying there. Okay, so it says in my notes that 8-month-old was missing from Kentucky since early May of 2024. Notice was sent out June the 6th. Maya was last seen by family in April. So how the hell was she last seen in April, missing since early May, but there wasn't a notice sent out until, well, the notice sent out June the 6th was when they went in and did the welfare check on her, and they didn't find her.
I want to know how they missed finding her in the debris when they did a welfare check.
I mean, they searched the house. From my understanding, they searched the house whenever they went there first, and then they went to the hotel room. I don't know how they missed it. King Scarlet, the mama's name is Tesla Tucker. She's 29. The dad is Cage Rudd, and he's 30. So they were both arrested with child abuse charges, abandonment of a minor, and they both got, where's the other one? Engaging in organized crimes and numerous drug-related charges. The grandfather, the Ricky Smith guy, he got the same charges that they got. Billy Smith, which was the grandmother, she was arrested after conducting a welfare check for Maya. Billy Smith had an active warrant for second-degree assault, domestic violence in Davies County from October 2023. She's being held on a $25,000 cash fine. And then the Timothy Roach dude, which was in the driveway of the grandmother's house when the cops pulled up, he was charged with second-degree possession of a controlled substance and first-degree prescription controlled substance not in proper container.
He's part of the dealer.
Either the dealer or he was the buyer, because they said that whenever they pulled up in the driveway, he was at his car and he threw a Suboxone strip underneath his car.
Yeah, been a buyer.
Like I said, he was literally in the wrong place at the wrong time, because he had just happened to be at his car when they rolled up in there to deal with their welfare check on this baby. That house was probably a dumb reason why they couldn't find it. Lots of that's.
Yeah, but still, you have a missing baby. You search the house like you ain't never searched before.
If they can go in a house and search for substances, and they can tear the entire house up, they can pull walls down, they can tear furniture up, cut mattresses to look inside of them, they could have tore that house up to look for that baby.
Yep.
Honestly, they could have.
Yeah.
And King Scarlet, yeah, the entire family isn't shit.
It had no chance whatsoever.
She really didn't. They probably didn't get her the proper care that she needed. The poor baby probably hadn't been fed in God knows how long. Dirty diapers. You know, the drugs were more important than her newborn baby.
Yeah.
That just is so sickening.
And if the truth was known, that's why that there isn't any other pictures of her,
Yep.
because she was probably malnourished, wasn't being taken care of properly, so she didn't have pictures that she put on social media because then people would be saying something about it.
Yep.
Who knows? They may have not wanted that baby at all and just
Uh, True, but
did it on purpose.
there's so many other ways. Take them to a
Oh,
fire
I know.
department.
I
Like
know people that would love to have a child.
you can drop them off at a fire department or a hospital, no questions asked, up to a certain
Yep.
age.
Yep.
Right.
You don't have to give them any information. Reason. You don't even have to give them a reason why. You just drop the baby off. That's all he had to do, and they couldn't even do that.
It
Instead,
just make me
here
sick.
this little girl is that had a whole life in front of her, but from the very beginning, she didn't even stand a chance,
Nope.
and she had nobody around her that cared enough. And that's like the Amber Alert from Louisiana yesterday. Uh, and I don't know why mine kept going off, and I didn't know until I read that in Louisiana, and this may be in other states, they literally will go off every 20 minutes up to a certain amount of time, and then they go off every 30 minutes. So I got woke up from the Amber Alert. Well, they ended up arresting a guy yesterday in Jackson, Mississippi.
You talking about the two little girls?
Yes.
Where the mother,
Yeah.
where
He brutally murdered the
the
mom.
and then killed the 3-year-old.
I haven't heard yet, or they haven't released yet, how the was she 3 or 4?
She was 3,
Okay, I
and then
haven't
6.
I haven't heard how she died yet. I don't think they've even released it. Um, but I did read that he was caught yesterday in Jackson, Mississippi. They have now arrested a woman who was an accomplice to all this. Uh, the oldest little girl was in the car. He led the police to the car where she was at, and she was alive. And then he led the police to the youngest little girl that was near the car, but she was deceased. And that the police said that the area where they picked him up and found him all and arrested him, they believe was an area for human trafficking, because there was small cages there,
Uh-huh.
like small animal cages, dog cages, and all this and that. So they think that that may be an area where trafficking was going on now. And what it sounds like, and I don't know if this is facts or not, but what it sounds like is that he knew about this place and that that's where he was taking the little girls to.
Yep.
And
Wouldn't
it wouldn't surprise me. They wasn't, from what I understand, they wasn't his kids. He was dating the mom. And uh, wait, I just watched the video of Maya, and the investigators couldn't go in the room because it was full of illegal substances and residue all over. Nash, it wasn't safe to go in. So wait, King Scarlet, are you talking about at the hotel room or at the house? Um, so I that's a whole sad situation
Mm-hmm.
with that. Not room, but it's oh, okay. So not room, but entire home. Okay. Wow. So they, I don't even want to know how that baby did. She could have got something in her mouth, or anything like that.
Uh-huh.
Michelle, that's a good question. If there's a way to tell if that baby had something in its system, I bet you she does. If they're able to still tell. I literally hope they rot in hell. I hope they are
Absolutely.
miserable.
I agree. I would just like to get these people in a room, like you said, with a metal spring, some electrical cables, and a battery.
Yep.
And torture them.
Yep.
Hmm. Put them
It's
through what they do, these poor children. I mean,
Now,
God, we need to
does
do
Louisiana
something
have the
different.
DP?
wait, what
Say
is it,
that
Betty
again.
Joe?
I said, does Louisiana have the DP?
Oh yes.
Okay.
Oh yes.
Because that's where they're from, the two little girls.
Yes.
So,
Living no, it was not Livingston Parish. Tangapahoa Parish.
yeah.
That's where it was at. Wait, he said he was drug clean, just multiple personalities. And wait, Lazo, which one are we talking about? The guy who from Louisiana that took the two little girls? Uh, okay, and hold on, I'm going back up reading Lazo's. I thought the okay, so I don't know if either one of the girls were his because they both had the mom's last name, which was different from his. All I know is he will more than likely be spending his time on death row to Angola when all of it's said and done.
I certainly hope so.
He ain't gonna like Angola too much.
It's the whole point. I mean,
And
I'm sorry. You guys, I know you probably get mad at me and you really, some of you probably get really
I
upset
don't
with
care.
me.
He needs to be tortured. He shouldn't have taken.
But
He shouldn't have did that to the mama. He shouldn't have taken them two little
no,
girls. He shouldn't have. That little one should not be deceased right now. And the parents of Maya Tucker, I hope they hear that baby's cries every time they close their eyes.
I'm just gonna say something, and I know some of you might not agree with me, but I'm with Scarlett on this. It's like if they can prove 100% that these people did this shit,
Give
people,
them the
they
DP.
go they go to trial and stuff, and people all of a sudden are like, "Oh, we need to be humane." Well, they weren't effing humane when they did this to kids.
No, because like King Scarlett said, she watched the thing with the investigators. The baby was found in the house with chemicals all in it.
It's just, mm,
They, that tells me that they were doing this shit, possibly cooking this shit, leaving this shit all over the
y-
house. This baby was 8 months old. Okay, that's at a time when kids are starting to learn how to pull up on stuff. And she could have very easily got something in her mouth. She could have been breathing that shit in. That could have been what caused her to pass away.
I mean, if that baby even had the strength to do that.
That's true too. But it's just the fact that even if they gave her a bottle and they didn't clean the bottle before they gave it to her, the residue is still in the air. It could have got on the bottle and they stuck the bottle in her mouth on a pacifier, on
Yep.
anything.
Never
Absolutely.
Lady V what? Elsie, what did she's like, never Lady V.
Probably talking about never being upset with you.
Oh,
Lake Missouri houses mostly sex offenders. There's no prison justice there. There's one inmate. It's just as sick as nasty as the next.
I just get so
Yeah,
sick,
Avery, they did.
There's a reason why we have eye for an eye. I mean, you go to other countries, from what I understand, from what I hear, there are countries that won't put up with that crap.
Oh, no.
There's
They
people
don't.
in prison. There's men in prison who won't put up with that shit.
Yeah,
Nope.
but I mean, there's countries that
Uh,
they don't even make it.
to the court. Yeah,
Yeah,
they just boom,
boom,
just like the cockroach.
gone.
Like there's proof that he did what he did. They said that
Oh, absolutely.
they said that they knew that those videos and those pictures were done in the house that Madeline and her mama lived in. They
Mm-hmm.
recognized the bedrooms. I know in this country, anytime anybody's arrested, they have a right to a trial and this and that. But in a lot of countries, with that proof right there, it would have been death penalty
Yeah,
right then.
exactly.
So Avery, they found the baby in the house under a pile of debris. That's why we were wondering the other night when we were talking about this case that why was the parents at the hotel room instead of at a house? That was why they were at a hotel room instead of the house because the baby was deceased in the house. She was basically hidden under some debris. And Keith Scarlett says she looked it up and that the investigators said that they couldn't go in the house because there was chemicals all over.
Wow.
Hey, Big Al, how are you?
Hi, Big Al.
It
How's
just
your roof?
it pisses me off though because when you have a baby, you literally have if you don't want it or you can't take care of it, you have a way to. Okay, thank you, King Scarlet. You have the fire
Bring 'em-
department or the hospital. Like that was the reason why they came up with those. That dropping a baby at the fire department or at the hospital.
Right.
No questions asked to keep kids from ending up like Maya. I mean,
Honestly, I think it should be at pretty much any age, to be honest with
I
you. That
honestly I do too. But it's just the fact like there's no
Yeah.
telling in that little girl's 8 months of her life,
it just makes me
no
sick.
telling what she went through.
Nope.
Sarah Beth, that I couldn't think of the name of it, the safe haven. But yeah, they're every like there's videos on YouTube right now that shows the box at fire departments where they don't even have to look at the person dropping the baby off. You just go
Yeah,
outside the
you
fire
just
department,
drop them.
drop it, and put it over in the box. It's like a little incubator type looking thing. And then on the inside of the fire department, it's a clear glass where they can see if there's been a baby put in there. No questions asked. They don't ask you anything. People still won't do it
Yeah, I don't get that. I just
I
really
don't.
don't get that.
Why would you want to spend the rest of your life in prison instead of dropping the baby off for it to be safe?
because to me, a
Exactly.
lot of people have too much pride. That's why. Or they're worried about, well, people saying, oh, you gave your baby up. Well, guess what? You let your baby
Well,
die. Now you're in prison for it.
Yeah.
exactly. At least you're not
So,
I'd rather have somebody
a
talk
red
about
rummer.
giving the baby up than being in prison for murder.
yeah, because then you can say, look, I couldn't take care of it. I have an addiction problem. I did what was best for my child, and I took it to this place where I knew that it would be taken
Mm-hmm.
care of and adopted
Mhm.
out to someone who wanted a baby that
Yep.
would take care of it. But no, instead, your ass is sitting in jail
Yep. Because you
for,
murdered.
because, yes, for child abuse and engaging in organized crime and drug charges and the murder of your child and everything else. It's just, I don't know, people. I'm like Sarah Beth. I hate people.
I know.
It's oh my god, I can't imagine.
I hate people like that.
Yes,
Somebody that's
Yeah,
willing to
yeah.
hurt somebody else or a child or an animal. You're to me you're a disgrace.
yeah,
If you can hurt somebody and hurt a child and hurt an animal, that you don't deserve to be on this earth.
I
no,
agree.
that's why I say, you know, like with the cockroach once again, there's there's absolutely no way he's going to get out of it. No way
Oh,
at all. So
and I think other charge.
I say, let jail justice take its
Mhm.
course. Don't worry about paying for public defenders in a trial and all this and that. Just let jail justice take its course.
Yep. Let him
Yeah,
sit.
if they would let them,
I think that's the way.
instead of
Yeah,
putting them
but
in solitary for the next 40 years.
yeah, because they protect them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
I
but
guarantee your ass he's sitting in solitary by himself where he is protected so nobody's going to harm him so they can get him to a trial so they can get a conviction, which we already know is going to happen. And here sits Jen, the egg donor, out here who allowed this shit to happen. She allowed her daughter, her little girl, to sleep in the bed with her boyfriend.
Mhm.
Well, she
She
I
sent him up there. She sent you to go upstairs and sleep in the bed.
Yes,
flush.
so she could get her some sleep. She was more worried about her getting sleep than she was the safety of her own little girl.
Right. And in that room, there was lubricating oil.
A
There was a
tripod.
tripod. There were all kinds of hints in there.
You cannot tell me that that woman did not know what was going on.
She knew what
Yeah,
was going on.
I'm sorry.
Need
I
to
have
charge
tried
her
to give
too.
her, yeah, I've
Let
tried to
me
give her the benefit of the doubt.
let me walk
She
into
had
a
to know.
room. Let me walk into a room with any room in my house and there's a tripod. I'm gonna be like, what the fuck is a tripod doing in here?
Yeah,
You
what are you
damn right.
taping?
Yeah, so you cannot tell me
Especially if it's a room you send your daughter up to sleep with this
a grown ass
with.
man. And what was it? How was it labeled? Room, was it room number 4? Who the fuck names their
Yeah.
rooms by numbers in their house?
I don't know.
That's like
Well,
fucking
okay. No, I do know. Okay. So down in the area where they are, they
uh,
rent out rooms while people are going to Disney stuff. So that's why they have room numbers on it.
inside of her apartment.
Yeah, and they had roommates on and off.
But how
There
many
was
times did they
one
rent
room,
out room number 4 though, with a tripod and all this other shit in there?
uh,
Hmm.
probably, yeah, probably
You
last month,
know,
but there were people that have been. There was this one couple, I think, that they said they had stayed there for like years at that place with them living there.
mm, I just
So that's why they have the room numbers on there
you
For
anyway.
just
But
one,
they have.
I would not let any strangers that I did not know stay anywhere
hell.
in my house
I don't even
without.
like my family coming to my house, much
Right?
less a damn
Right,
No
stranger.
shit.
exactly.
You know, no, everybody knows you do not pull up to my house unannounced. Can y'all
No.
imagine?
Why
I
would
could not
you?
even fathom the thought of letting a stranger stay in my house.
I wouldn't even think of going to
No.
somebody's house without.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I couldn't. No, I wouldn't even feel comfortable renting out my house while I was there
All I
myself.
all I know is Jen Soto needs to have her ass sitting in jail right next to the cockroach.
I mean, I see it if it's just you and your husband or you and your boyfriend.
I,
Okay.
I
You have
still
a child in that
I
house?
can't do that,
No.
but
mm-mm,
Well,
no.
I wouldn't do it either. I'm just saying some people
I
do,
mean,
but
for those that,
with a
yeah,
child, no.
It's just so, hey, you two go up and sleep in room number 4.
Yeah.
That
yeah,
sounds like a fucking hotel room
A
that,
flop house.
yeah, that's like,
it sounds like a taping room to me. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
you cannot make me believe that this woman did not know what was going on.
They
Did
got a
she not clean her house? Like, do you just have rooms in your house that you don't go into?
yeah.
I mean,
Well, sad as it is, she had to know what was going on, but other people had to know what was going on. I just, society's in the toilet.
yeah,
Mm,
it's just,
There's a bunch of turds just floating in the bowl.
I
This
agree with
is
that one.
true.
but when I read those 60 charges in the description for each charge, there was one that stood out. And Madeline was 10 or 11 at the time. You can't tell me Jen didn't know what was going on.
No, that's why I
Just,
said
you
she
just
needs to be
can't.
charged because she knew exactly what was happening to her daughter.
You just,
I think so too. I really do.
And if the police are too dumb to see that, well, maybe they ought to be in the jailhouse too.
Well,
yeah.
cops in general aren't working too hard lately. In case
That's
you haven't
like
noticed.
no, because like the case that I started off with tonight, this lady Melissa Davis, she's from Rice Lake, Wisconsin.
I heard something about that.
Oh, there's absolutely nothing out on her. She's been missing since, or was last seen May the 13th. All we have is a name, an age, her height, her weight, her hair, and her eye color, and the last date that she was seen and the last area that she was seen. That's it. No direction, no clothing she was wearing, uh, no vehicle, no
She's from
nothing.
Rice Lake.
Yeah, that's literally
That's
all the information, and it's not a big town because I pulled it up on Google
that's
Maps.
just a huge reservation by there. I think.
Okay, let's see. Somebody on her personal Facebook.
I want to say there is.
It's the LCO. It's the Chippewa Reservation up
Yeah,
there.
yeah. There's a big reservation.
Okay. Well, somebody came into her personal Facebook because that's to begin with where a lot of people were talking at on there. And somebody said that she was last seen at the LCO
Oh, that's Turtle Lake.
and that she was there with in a green tan car with two Native American males. But they posted this as an anonymous poster on Facebook with no basis to back up what they were saying.
Yeah, like no pictures, no nothing. Just
Yeah. So it's, and when I looked it up, it was, what
Yeah,
was
there's a
it? Yeah,
huge
an
casino
hour.
over there. There's a huge casino right by there in
Yeah, it was
Turtle
only like
Lake.
an hour from where she was last seen.
Yeah, that's like an hour, not even an hour from the Twin Cities.
Yeah, it was like from Rice Lake up to the reservation where, well, whenever I searched for it on Google Maps and it did the pin on there for that reservation, it was like, was it 50 minutes or something like that? Wasn't very far. But just looking at the reservation itself, it looked huge.
Well, we just had a guy not even a year and a half ago get found in a Rubbermaid tub in the reservation here.
Wow.
It's craziness going on, y'all.
Oh, the
the
world's gone
world
mad.
has gone crazy.
It's gone mad for sure. Absolutely, without a doubt.
Wait, what are you talking about, King Scarlet? You sent me what? An essay message on the new. When did you send it to me?
And the sad part is, 9 times out of 10, it's family members.
Yeah.
It's not strangers.
Okay.
I think if there's video of you with a kid, that's it. That's your conviction.
Yeah,
That's your
I-
sentence. That's your
I agree.
conviction.
I agree.
That's it.
What was it? Over 1,500 pictures and videos on his
There's a
phone?
video or a picture of you with a kid. That's your sentence. That's your
Yeah.
trial. That's it.
That's your
And
there.
oh, okay, King Scarlet. I know what you're talking about.
Keep it cheap.
Yeah, he has a birthmark on his area down there that was in the videos, and they said that in some of the pictures and videos they knew that it was Madeline, and that they knew that those rooms were from inside of their house.
And
that-
there's your proof right there.
yeah,
So there shouldn't be no trial.
No, that's it.
You should be just automatically convicted. Now,
I
whether
agree.
I think we just go straight to sentencing.
I don't think they. I
Yeah.
just say straight up the DP.
Yep.
What is the point of?
Absolutely.
What is the point of taxpayers paying for this person,
Nope.
a public
89
defender,
cents.
and going through court and trial? What is the point?
there's no point. There's proof. It's proof.
I mean,
So-
there was
With
the
him.
room that Jen admitted to telling him and her 12-year-old at the time. No, she'd have been 13, right? That was the night that she turned 13. But
Yeah.
telling your grown ass boyfriend and your teenage daughter to go and sleep in room 4 where
Mm.
they found a tripod and toys and
Yeah,
other
knew
things.
what was going on.
She knew exactly what was going on. She sent Madeline into that.
Yep,
She sent her into it.
exactly what was in that room.
It's low budget Epstein shit.
It is.
That's what it sounds like to me.
And the fact is, that dude worked at Disney.
Well, they've had their share of problems lately that I've seen.
Hmm.
That sheriff down there, that one in Polk County, he's been tearing them up on busting their
Oh yeah.
Oh,
sex
Grady.
offenders.
You talking about Grady
I
Grady,
Judd?
like him.
Yes.
Yeah, I like
Grady's
Grady.
No,
been turning them inside out, man. He's busted a bunch of people from Disney.
yeah, he don't play.
Yeah, and
No,
they've
he
caught
does
a lot.
not.
It's like in the dozens, I
Telling
think.
me. Yeah, Grady Judd is. That's what I said.
Poor
We need to make Grady like the little gizmo gremlin. You drop water and he
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
multiplies.
get water on him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like him.
that's what we need. We need Grady Judds
We
all
need a
over the
lot more of
U.S.
him.
Yep,
We need a lot more.
more like him than because he don't play.
No.
Or the that prison warden. We also need more like him. That one, is it Texas that has like the chain gang thing with bologna
Yeah,
sandwiches?
yeah.
Yeah.
They don't like the bologna sandwiches, the Tang and the Chain Gang.
Well,
There's that one from Louisiana that actually ended up becoming a senator.
don't do the crime. You won't have to
You
do the
talking
time.
about down in Angola?
Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever. The guy with the video where he's like
What's his name?
calling out the gangsters. Have you seen that?
Oh no, I haven't seen that one.
Oh my god, I gotta find it. You're gonna die. Oh, this guy
Hold
is
on.
the greatest.
Let me see. I can't
I'll
never
find it.
remember the guy's name at Angola, the warden.
I can't either, and it aggravates me because I know it every time I hear it. I'm like, yeah, that's right, and I'm not going to forget it this time, and then I just do.
And it's like the simplest of names. Burl Kane
No,
is his name.
it's Higgins.
Yeah.
Oh wait, okay, hold on. According to provided search results, Burl Kane was awarded Angola, also known as Louisiana State Penitentiary. Oh, so he resigned in 2015. Burl Kane did.
I dropped the link in the back chat. It's a short YouTube video, so you should be able to play it. But you know, I'm telling you, this will put a smile on everybody's face. This guy is the greatest. He's a lot like Grady Judd.
I was just getting to be like comfortable with being upset here.
No, let's have a laugh. This is pretty. I mean, this is good.
It is. It is.
These are the guys that
I'm
criminals need to run into because I'm so sick of bad people. I can't stand it anymore.
Oh, I know.
They're everywhere.
Laugh too. You gotta.
People bringing their kids to these story time things, and we just had someone advertising on our local Facebook thing for the story hour thing. The drag
Okay, so
thing.
what parish is this Captain Higgins from?
I don't know.
Okay, so call the.
But he's actually now he's a state senator now.
Okay, let me pull it up real quick. I'll watch.
But I'm telling you, you hear him talking, he just die. It's so funny. He just echoes these gang members. It's just great.
It's got to be somewhere down south because it's 337 numbers. Okay, let's listen to it.
The Gremlin Street Gang is responsible for hundreds of violent crimes, murders, armed robberies, witness intimidation, burglaries, drug trafficking, extortion, and brutal beatings. We've arrested 10 of these thugs and have warrants on 7 more. Every one of these animals is most definitely armed and dangerous. Darren Carter, Aaron Carter, Travis Cooper, Cody Guidry, Jaron Diggs, Kirkland Demichet, and Jonathan Landry. We have felony warrants for your arrest. You will be hunted. You will be tracked. And if you raise your weapon to a man like me, we'll return fire with superior fire. Darren Carter, you think men like these are afraid of an uneducated 125-pound punk like you that's never won a fair fight in your life and holds your gun sideways? Young man, I'll meet you on solid ground anytime, anywhere, light or heavy. Makes no difference to me. You won't walk away. Look at you. Men like us, son, we do dumbbell presses with weights bigger than you. And the convicts in jail, most of those men are good people who just found themselves crossed with the law. They're not evil, and they don't respect you or any punk like you. They'll toss you around like a rag doll. I encourage every citizen watching this to look into your own heart and find the American courage that conquers all evil. I implore you to listen to this message and stand up. Take back your streets. Take back your country. Come forward with information about these heathens that have terrorized your community. And for those who would use this message as a way to create false racial division in our country, take a close look behind me. Standing next to every cop is a leader of our black community. This is not about race. It's about right versus wrong. One last message to the gremlins. You don't like the things I've told you tonight? I got one thing to say. I'm easy to find. On behalf of the St. Landry Parish Sheriff's Office, the Louisiana State Police, the U.S. Marshals, and every cop and law-abiding citizen from sea to shining sea, I'm Captain Clay Higgins, asking every patriot to stand up, share this video, and send a clear message to the world. We're Americans. We'd rather die on our feet than live on our knees.
Love
I
that
like
guy.
him.
That don't give you the shivers. Nothing will. He's just pissed and tired of it. I love it.
I bet you if you look him up, I think he is former military.
Yeah,
I
I'm sure.
think he's former military, yeah, but now he's either. I think he's a senator or a congressman. One of the two. But he's a thorn in a lot of people's side in Washington.
Good.
He's playing around, but there's not enough guys like him. That's the
Yeah,
problem.
you need more like him and yeah.
And Grady Judd.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we could use one of those in every county. Hey KK, long time no see.
He is a U.S. representative for Louisiana's 3rd Congressional District.
Yeah, he's a congressman.
Yeah. Yep, we need more people like him, like Grady Judd, people like that who don't play when it comes to people like Stephen Stearns in Madeline's case, or the parents of baby Maya, who they finally found deceased in a house under debris.
Yeah, you were talking about that when I came in. That was they went to a hotel. They left their kid in the house.
Yep.
And went to a hotel.
Yeah, that's they did a welfare check at the hotel, and they didn't find the baby, and they ended up arresting the mom, the dad, and the grandfather. Then they go to the grandmother's house to do a welfare check, and she gets arrested because she had a DV warrant out of another county from 2023. But as they're pulling into her driveway, there is a guy that is out by his car that the cops see throw a Suboxone strip underneath his car. So he gets arrested. And he has, as of what I've seen, he doesn't have anything to do with the baby when she was missing. But he gets arrested for that. And now the other set of grandparents have been arrested. So there's been 7 total arrests in this little 8-month-old baby's case. And they finally found her body. No, because they were all most of them were arrested with drug charges.
What the hell?
That little girl, they went into the house and they found her today. And she was under a pile of debris, hidden under it.
Such an evil world we're living in. It's just depressing sometimes.
And I think it was Lady V, or who was it that asked, was she actually 8 months old? We don't even know how long she was even in there deceased.
How do you do something to a baby? I don't understand that. I
The
just
I
can't.
the
I don't
drugs.
either.
I can't wrap
It's
my head around. I don't give a shit about the drugs. That
it's
I don't.
that
You know,
you
I
got to be a
don't either.
deep-seated, evil-hearted,
it's
horrible person.
they care more about the drugs than anything else,
You know,
and that's
honestly, I'm gonna be honest right now. I am so with Big Al on this because,
I know
to
drug
be
addicts that
honest,
aren't that
drugs are
fucked up.
not exactly. There are
oh yeah,
people
they're
that function every day with this
who
kind
have
of
an
stuff.
addiction.
They're not bad people. These are genuinely
Oh
horrible
well, this
Evil.
people.
this little
These are just
girl's
evil people.
every adult that was around this little girl so far, what I've seen, failed her.
Yeah,
Every single one of them. Every single one of them in her immediate family, from her parents to her grandparents, have been arrested.
that's just ridiculous.
I was talking to a cop friend of mine yesterday, and fentanyl has unfortunately made its way into our town,
Hmm.
and it's getting worse. And it's the kids, like
Well, that's what they found in the parents' hotel room.
mid
Was
high school age. They're saying like juniors, seniors,
Mhm.
kids right out of school. It's like becoming normal that they're walking around with Narcan.
And that's crazy.
And thankfully they're walking around with Narcan. But it's ridiculous that we have kids that are 15 years old walking around with Narcan
Yeah,
Yeah.
in a town with a population of 800.
and there's out of those 800, how many of them are under the age of 18?
Oh, quite a few.
Probably 799.
That's quite a few. Probably. I mean, it's probably a third,
That's
maybe.
that's
But
sad.
it's just ridiculous. I don't understand when the people that make the rules are going to say enough's enough and really start
They're not
putting
going to
people in.
because they're in on it too.
Well, I hate
Yep,
to think
I
like that.
agree. I agree
I
though. I
agree, but I
mean,
hate to think like that. It
I
just
know. I know.
it blows my freaking mind the way that things have changed. You know, when I was a kid, you got busted with, in the back seat of your buddy's Camaro with a frisbee with a doobie on it, and it was the
oh
end of the
God.
world.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, I mean, they were taking you to jail, and you were going to get humiliated, and it
But
was a big deal.
now in
Huge
a
deal.
lot of
Now
states,
they don't even call their parents.
yeah, it's just I don't know. I don't. All I know is that I hope Jen Soto and Stephen Stearns and the family of this little 8-month-old baby, the man who kidnapped them kids from Louisiana yesterday and the little one died. I hope every single one of those.
Yeah, I saw the picture of them dragging that asshole out of the swamp.
Yes,
They should have
he
left him in there. They should have left those two boys in there for about another 5 minutes.
should have.
I wish you would have fought back just a little bit more.
Yep. He brutally murdered their mom.
I
Probably
don't
did it in
know.
front of them.
I don't know how some of these law enforcement officials even keep their cool in that kind of a situation,
That's
you know?
The
that's
ones
why I
I
couldn't
talked
be a
to,
cop.
a lot of them don't, and a lot of them drink heavy,
Good.
and a lot of them don't sleep, and a lot
Oh,
of them
well, no, no, I didn't mean good for that.
it gives them serious PTSD.
Yeah, I
I have
didn't
a
mean
very good
good
friend
for
that has it.
that. I just meant,
Yeah, I know. I know. They have a hard time with it because they can't lash out because it's not,
Yeah,
they're going to go to jail.
it's a shame that they would go to jail quicker.
Yep.
A cop would over something like that.
Sued in jail,
Yeah,
conviction faster, quicker trial.
yeah.
I mean, and it's the body cameras are a good and a bad thing. I hate to say it.
Hmm.
yeah, no, I
There's sometimes when
agree.
they're not good. Sometimes
Yeah,
cops need a little leeway.
Yep,
If they're going to
they
save some
do.
of these kids, sometimes it's better to get a thump in the head. I got a
Mm.
couple. I ain't gonna lie. I got thumped by a couple cops 2 different times.
well, I
Once
just
when I was
hope that
15,
these
I deserved it.
I just hope that these parents, though, that are doing these kids like this, I hope they suffer for the
I
rest of
do
their life.
too. I
I
hope
really
that
do.
life ain't very long.
Liza said her kids told her there's something worse than Fent. Cheaper and Narcan doesn't work. Oh, how wonderful. I wonder what country made that and sent it here.
That's all we need.
Well, isn't that what they're doing up there on that King Road
Kensington,
thing? Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
that's
that's
probably
that animal.
trank.
Yeah, it's animal
Yeah.
tranquilizer mixed with fentanyl.
That
That
is,
stuff is just, oh my God, I
if
can't
I
even
nobody's
can't even watch
watch
ever,
those
that thing.
videos.
if nobody's ever watched it, if you want to see a real life The Walking Dead, go watch that.
Yeah,
It's
just look
it's
up
It's
insane.
Kensington.
sad. Yes, it is. It is so sad.
Kensington Street is all you have to put, and
It's
it
happening here.
will
It's
blow
happening
your
here on our
mind.
light rail. Because now they let them on the light rail, they don't make them pay.
And
So
then
they
they
just
also have one that's has necrotizing fasciitis kind of a thing too, and people walk around up there with sores and like
I think that's the same thing. I think that
The
trank
I
gives
horse
think
them
it
trank.
that.
is. It might.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think the
you're right.
trank
It
gives them
is.
that. And then there's the other one that was the crocodile thing that really didn't take off, but that was a big one over in Europe that turned
It's
flesh eating every time, and they still
it's
did it.
it's sad
Yeah, it's
to
and they're walking
watch.
around with bandages on them and everything else, and it's like, yeah.
My
But you
hus-
know, they're doing that to. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say they're doing that to themselves. They're not doing that, to children. I mean,
But
Wait,
it's rolling down to the kids, and it's
oh yeah,
just
it is.
Elsie, they cleaned up Kensington Street that we're talking about.
no, they didn't.
Oh no
I
way.
just saw a recent video last week.
I
I
just
know
watched
that
it a week or two ago.
my husband had started watching it one day on YouTube, and this was like earlier in the day. They're like, I think, an hour ahead of us, and it's like, multiple cameras on the corner there, and there was this lady sitting in a chair, and she was wrapped up in a cover and all that, and you could tell she was awake because her head was moving and all this and that. And he comes back later on that night and he puts it back on there, and literally this woman is sitting in the same chair in the same spot with the same cover, wrapped up just like she was, like she hadn't moved for 8 hours,
I
just
mean, these
sitting
people will
there,
fall over, pass out in the middle of the street. People just
lay on the
walk around them on the
steps and
sidewalk. Yeah, and they're passed out because they're laying on those stairs, and those things, the way they're laying on it,
concrete.
they can't be comfortable because they're all at weird body angles too.
And some of them will be, it's like they're sleeping standing up and
Yeah, and
won't
then
fall. Like they'll start to fall and they'll catch themselves and
catch
stand back up.
themselves.
It's sad to watch, honestly.
It's like, what would make a people
It's
want to live like
legit
that?
like watching the zombies off The Walking Dead.
It
That's
really is.
see, I watched a Prego lady, not much clothes zombie. Oh, that is sad, Liza.
Yeah, that's a pretty heavy stain on Philadelphia. And I don't know how the politicians haven't been held to account for that. How they've allowed it to continue. But
It's
we've got better things to spend money on in other countries.
and
Unfortunately.
Right.
they're
Yeah.
and they're not worried about helping. They're not. I mean, if they're not even worried about helping the veterans in our country, what makes
Nope.
us think they're going to help the people like that have an addiction that need help as well? They're not going to
No, they're not. You know why?
because they don't
Because
care.
the man in the world, his son's on. I'll keep my mouth shut. But anyway, I'm gonna jump down because the baby wants to go to sleep.
Oh, good night, Betty Joe.
Good night, Betty Joe.
He's like, Mom, good night.
Good night, Bubbles.
So she's being aggravating.
Just be nice to that baby.
Oh, I'll never be mean to my baby.
Okay.
I know you won't.
Sorry, I had to mute for a second. I had to find my
If
socks.
she
My feet are
changes
cold.
her mind, just come on back up and
Yeah, I'll be listening. I'll be in chat because she wants to go night night. She said, Mom, I yawn. I'm sleepy.
Oh
Aw,
God.
That's what she tells me.
the baby's tired.
So I'm gonna dump down.
All right. Well, thank you for coming up. I hope you have
Yep.
a good night. I hope you feel better.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't stand just eating soup. I want my junk food back.
Yeah, I
I
can
know, but
understand
you got to make sure though that you do it right, so you don't get
Oh, I
any type
know.
of dry socket or anything like that. So
Well, I got stitches all across the bottom of my mouth.
yeah, you don't want any of them coming loose either.
No.
Hell no.
So yeah.
Take your antibiotics.
Oh, I'm on. He gave me amoxicillin.
Yeah, make sure you don't miss any.
I don't have no pain or nothing. It's just.
No, but if it sets up an infection, that's where
Oh
the
Yeah.
yeah,
pain
I
will
know.
come from.
Well,
Oh,
it's
I
the
know.
worst.
Yeah. So
No, I take it every day, every 3 times a day.
well, hopefully it'll get healed up quickly. That way you can get back to eating right.
Yeah, I hope so. But I'm gonna put her. I'll be listening. I'll be in chat. I'm just gonna.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, thank you for coming up.
Yep, no problem.
All
I have
right.
fun.
Good
For
night,
sure.
hon.
Have a good night.
All right, you too.
All right. Avery said she was behind, was wondering like, why is everybody saying goodnight to Betty Jo?
So we got a visit from the guy that drives the tornado tank.
Oh,
Went
really?
whizzing right. Yeah, he went whizzing right by my bar.
The denominator?
Live on YouTube. Yeah,
Wait, which
Is
guy
that
is
what
that?
it's called?
the Dominator guy,
Oh, wow.
Reed
Uh
Timmer.
Was it
oh
Reed?
yes,
What's his name? Reed,
Reed Timmer.
something
Reed
Reed.
Timmer. I seen where he posted on Twitter today something about finding a milk snake in was it Iowa? I think it was in Iowa,
Yeah, they went.
Kansas, somewhere up in there.
They went within a couple miles of the bar, live on YouTube. We got
That's it.
smashed. I mean, I got super lucky. I got no complaints after the shit other people have been through. I mean,
Yeah, I didn't even
I'm
know
getting a new
that.
roof. I'm getting a new roof because my roof's destroyed. But other than that,
I
we
didn't know
got
y'all had
so
even
lucky.
had bad weather up there until I had seen you had posted it in Discord.
Yeah, we had 4 tornadoes touch
Oh
down.
God!
2 of them within 10 miles of my place. One of them within 5 miles.
Oh wow!
We had rain going 3 different directions, and hail falling straight down.
How big was the hail?
Just a little bit smaller than a golf ball, but it hailed for almost 40 minutes.
Wow.
Yep,
That's
they weren't golf ball size the whole time, but it hailed for 40 minutes.
Avery said.
What's a
Avery
roof?
said, "What's a roof?"
What's a roof?
Hardy,
Like I don't even have a roof.
I know, right? So I say I hate to complain, and we came out of it good. I had
Like,
people
at
coming
least
off the highway, sliding into my parking lot,
well,
running
at
into the
least
door.
nothing was tore up other than your roof.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, we got super lucky. Actually, I probably made a couple extra $100 from the people trying to get off the highway and out of their cars because they wanted to come into the basement.
I'm just glad nobody was anybody though like lose their life in it.
I don't know if there's been any loss of life or not. Property's bad.
Yeah.
A lot of my neighbors lost, campers, barns, houses. Yeah, we got a lot of trees.
Hey, Independent
I'm in the
Thinker, how
middle
are
of the
you?
Land O'Lakes forest.
Yeah, we're supposed to be getting bad
Well,
weather again next week. I dread it.
Avery's got to beat any of us in this chat
Oh
because I
yeah,
don't know if anybody else has been picked up in their car and set back down.
Yeah, that is true. Our tree on the house, or was it her pipes pulled up out the ground and all that?
yeah. We've got.
Yeah.
If I can find these pictures, it hit one of the lakes just to the west of me called Cross Lake,
Mm-hmm.
which is like probably the second most expensive vacation, like I wouldn't call it like a subdivision, but city in
Right.
Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
And it flipped over pontoons and destroyed houses, and
Oh wow.
yeah, they got some pretty wicked pictures of it. I'll see if we can find them.
The weather though here lately has been it's weird.
Weird everywhere.
Yeah,
It's not just here.
like I said, usually we get really bad winds, but the winds hadn't been that bad. It's been the lightning that's been bad. And just the torrential downpours and the rivers flooded and some of the lakes up here, they've got all the ramps closed and all that.
We had a a year like that with lightning. It was insane.
It's just
I've
that's what
never seen it like that.
every time like here lately that I hear thunder, I immediately unplug my computer. Tonka said the tilt of the
Yeah.
earth is off.
Well, I got hit by lightning during that year, so it was insane.
I can't see
This
that.
is
In my house, it came through the window.
oh Jesus.
Yeah, and all the way across the room and hit me. I was
Holy
plugging in the
shit.
radio. Yeah.
Oh God.
Wait, what are we looking
It
at
wasn't
here?
it
This
wasn't
is
real big, but
7 miles from my house, straight west.
Oh damn.
oh my goodness.
Wait till you see the size of some of these trees. It's crazy. And then some stuff didn't get, obviously some stuff doesn't get touched at all.
Right.
But you can see in the background there, those huge trees are just laying down, and the pontoons are in the water, and some of them are flipped over, and took the whole front of that place and laid everything down and tore the roof off. And
It's
there's
crazy.
people collecting pictures now, but like this one, yeah, it flipped the pontoon over. These are people's weekend cabins, by the way. That's not their houses. This
Some
is
nice weekend cabins.
yeah, this is like one of the more wealthy areas in Minnesota to have a summer lake home. It's a chain of like 30 lakes that are all connected by canals. It's called the Whitefish Chain. Oprah's got a place here. Tom Cruise. I don't know. There's a bunch of other ones. I never see them.
Can I
Yeah, you
say
can see.
I hope theirs were destroyed? Can I
Me
say
too,
that?
right? I know.
No sympathy, sorry, not for those two.
Agreed. But yeah, we had it, and then it picked up, went back up into the clouds, went right past our place, and dropped down again, and hit the next lake south of me, and tore up a bunch of houses down there, and then went in to town and tore up a bunch down there.
Which lake do you live by, Big Al?
I'm just south of Emily Lake. I live on Mud Lake.
Okay, wait a minute, but are you anywhere near like the Great Lakes area?
I'm an hour and 10 minutes from Lake Superior.
Okay.
I'm southwest of Lake Superior.
Do you guys have like in your area like a lot of trafficking kind of stuff go on?
It's I'm seeing Border Patrol.
Really?
I've seen more Border Patrol in the last month and a half than I have in my whole life.
Is it from the north or the south border?
From the north.
That's
they're coming across the Canadian border.
That's what I was asking.
Yeah, it's been happening for like 3 months.
This lady was in Wisconsin, and I just was wondering if maybe now I'm like Princess Lena and she's always like, that's a border state, that's a border state. And I'm like, I didn't really ever think about it until recently. And now it's like every time I think of the states up there, I'm like, how far is that away from the border?
What a lot of people don't know about Minnesota is the Boundary Waters canoe area that's up on the Canadian border. You can literally get in a canoe in Canada and paddle your happy ass right into the United States and nobody's gonna say a word.
Wow. How easy is it to get into Canada?
Just as easy to get into Canada.
Wow.
But it's becoming prevalent, I guess, because I asked the one Border Patrol guy in Braden, I'm like, what the hell are you guys doing around here? Because we're good 3 hours from the border. It's not like we're right by the border. It's a haul. And he's like, dude, they're this far down. They're down in St. Cloud. They're everywhere.
Yeah, that
Um,
lady that's missing in Wisconsin, just from where she was last seen at up to, was it Duluth? Is that how you pronounce it?
Duluth.
Yeah, Duluth. Okay, so
Yep.
it's an hour going one way. It's an hour and 46 minutes. If you go the long way, it's 2.5 hours.
And
And
Duluth is
then
where they have CBP, Coast Guard, um, Army, Air National Guard, and I want to say an Air Force base. So there's like more. They pretty much stay away from Duluth. I mean, people really do kind of go around Duluth
yeah, well,
if
we
you're
were
looking
trying
to
to
do
figure
bad shit.
out like if someone was taking her to the border, uh, like the shortest route. Because for some reason I was thinking Wisconsin was on the border of Canada.
Nope, you'd have
It,
to go up through the UP in Michigan. Canada doesn't border Wisconsin,
no, I was
but
thinking for some reason it did, and then when I got to looking at the map, the shortest way from where she was at would have been up through,
through Duluth, up and around the lake, and
yeah, up into Canada that way.
yeah.
So, Avery, how are you?
Hi.
What's
I
Hey,
have,
Avery.
hi. I wasn't gonna,
Beautiful.
thank you. I wasn't planning to come up just because I've been really tired, but, Wesley Musgrove replied to my message, but I just realized I can't screen share from here. So how about if
Oh,
I,
you wrote him?
yeah,
Okay.
um,
What would he say?
well, if I click over to read it, I'm probably gonna boot myself. So can I screenshot it and send it to you on Discord and then you can?
Yeah, that'll be fine. And I just
Okay.
tagged you in something on Discord also about a case in Birmingham.
Oh, okay.
Wait, where did I put it at? Okay,
Um,
it's about a 13-year-old boy that was found starved to death. I didn't know if you had heard of
oh
it or
yeah,
not.
yeah,
God.
I've seen that. Also, can you put the link to this live in the back chat so I can copy and paste it to him? Because I told him that we're live discussing, or that you're live discussing her case, so
Okay,
he can come in the chat.
hold on. Let me see if I
Because
can.
I can't find the share from here. But let me go screenshot it and send it to you on Discord, and then you can read it. It's
Okay,
actually pretty interesting what he said.
okay, yeah, send it to me.
Okay.
Where did I just had my Discord pulled up, y'all, and I clicked off of it. Dang it.
Oh, I hate when I do that.
I don't usually I minimize it. I don't know why I click completely off of it. But yeah, there was a thing that popped up on my news break about a 13-year-old boy was found starved to death in a hotel room, and now they're trying to find his mother. She's on the run after being charged with abuse and neglect in connection with his death, and it happened in Birmingham.
What is wrong with these people?
I just don't understand people. I don't understand parents who do this shit.
Okay. Check Discord.
Okay, let me read it real quick.
I don't even want to hear their excuses.
Yeah, I
So
really don't either.
what I wrote to him, and I forgot to screenshot that part. I wrote to him. I said, do you have any more information about oh my God, I'm so tired. I just forgot her dang name. David, what is her name? Something Davis?
Oh, Melissa.
Melissa. I said, do you know what direction she was headed or what she was wearing by chance? And then you'll see his response.
Yeah, I'm reading it now. Okay, hold on. I'm reading it real quick before I pull it up.
Independent thinker, nobody's bashing rich people. It's just a way of saying that that's the type of area that it is.
Wait, what? I missed all that.
He said, or they said, why do you generalize about the super rich in quotation or parentheses, quotations? I'm sorry. Do you know any? How can you make such an asinine comment? I actually know a handful of so called uber rich, and they're wonderful, decent, charitable, and God fearing. Nobody said they were not.
Oh, okay. I missed all that.
I think it was during when Big Al was sharing that picture of
Yeah,
the
it
damage
was.
up there
Oh, I see.
from
Okay.
the storms and
And I'm
stuff.
sorry, but I don't give a crap about Oprah and
I never know.
Tom
I never know
Cruise.
who the rich people are when they walk in the door of my place. I don't. Everybody just stays
Usually
the
they
same.
look worse than the.
Yeah, I've got one guy that comes in and owns like 7 garbage companies, and literally you want to like give him money,
Yeah.
and he's worth like probably 25 or 30 million dollars.
Mm-hmm.
You can't judge somebody just by the way they look.
Well, all I can
Absolutely
say is
not.
I don't care if somebody is rich, just
How do you
medium
live your life?
income or poor. I care about people's hearts and
How do you live
intentions.
your
And
life?
yeah,
How do you
How
treat other
you
people?
treat people.
I am very humbled.
Well, y'all know how I feel about people. So
Yep.
I've said it over and over
Um,
1,000 times. I don't care what color your skin is, what your religion is, what your sexual preferences are. If you treat people with respect, I give you
yep.
respect. If you don't, I have nothing for you.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yep.
Willie's for real. How are you? It's just,
Hey,
I
Willie.
don't, I don't feel sorry for people like the parents of Maya Tucker. I don't feel sorry for the guy
No.
from the Louisiana Amber Alert. Um, I don't feel sorry for people like Stephen Stearns or Jen Soto. I'm
No.
sorry. I have
Mhm.
no sympathy for them. I hope they suffer for the rest of their days for what they put these kids through.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I wish them
That's just
nothing
me.
but ill.
I am, when it comes to something like that, it's, I am very cold hearted towards
Mm-hmm.
people like that. I have
So
been
am
through
I.
enough shit in my lifetime, uh, by without going into detail, from my stepdad, that I have nothing for people like that at all. It's
Yeah, I
just
don't either. I'm just like I'm over it. I'm done. Those
I,
people don't deserve any
they
kind of
don't.
empathy whatsoever,
Oh,
in my opinion.
Big Al posted the StreamYard link in the back chat, but I wanted the link to your live to send to him. That's so he could come listen. That's what I wanted to.
Okay, okay, I'll grab it and
I
just
got it. It's right
let's.
here.
Okay,
Oh, cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm too challenged with
Oh,
StreamYard
you're
to
good. I know how.
keep up.
I don't know how you guys do half this shit on your phones.
I don't either because I kick
Without a
myself
mouse, I'm
out.
dead. I don't even bother. Sometimes I'll listen in the car, but other than that, it's like, no, not trying to chat, not trying to do nothing.
okay. Let me make sure that I have these in order. Okay, I do, so I can pull them up. I need to get off of this though.
Sure, if I'd buy myself a set of readers, I'd probably do a lot better, but I just don't have the patience with a cell
I
phone
can't
to
ever find my
do
glasses.
that much.
I've had a migraine for like 2 days now,
Oh, I'm
and
sorry.
I've had to do some work around. Well, we had to go like in and pull out our central air unit yesterday or last night, and get
Mm.
it out of the house or whatever, so the new one could be put in next week. And I had y'all like, when you get a headache like that, you want to binge eat
Yeah.
everything in the house, trying to figure out something that will
Mhm.
trigger it to go away. The only thing that I could find today is whenever I put my earbuds in and start listening to music,
Oh,
and I it finally eased up. But I
damn!
was,
You're a beast if you got a migraine and you're gonna put earbuds in
Yeah,
That's what
your
I
I'm
was gonna
saying.
ears.
say, I was
She's got
like
me
in
just like
bed.
going, whoa, I wouldn't even think of that.
yeah, well,
Nope.
see, but I don't take the medicine for it because they had me on that one medicine where you had to take it like a half for 7 days, and then you up to one whole pill for 7 days and two for 7 days. And by the time I got to like the third week of it, I couldn't concentrate on anything because it
Oh,
was like
Uh,
it was fucking with my mind. And so I don't take medicine for it. I took ibuprofen. It didn't help. I've had a cold wash rag on my head. I literally will try anything to get it to
Oh,
ease
yeah.
up. And that was
Drug,
the only thing.
Oh
drug
gosh.
companies don't make money by making you better.
That's why I don't take anything. You're lucky to see me take ibuprofen or Tylenol.
I've
That's
never had a migraine. I've had bad sinus headaches. I've
migraines
never.
are the
Oh,
worst.
they're
Yeah,
terrible.
I have.
They are.
Metamom gets them all the time, and she just went back to her specialist, and it's a shot that she gives herself in the stomach, and
Mhm.
I don't know how often she has to do it though, but she says it really helps her.
I
It's
get awful, awful ocular migraines that are
they're the
horrible.
worst. I'm telling you, and
Mm.
like I said, I never can figure out what triggers them, but every time I get them, I binge eat
Mm.
everything in the house. I will literally eat crackers, soup,
Mine
cereal,
mine were
just whatever,
mine
just
were
try to get to go away.
mine were hormonal.
I don't know. Mine just comes on, and they always last 3 days.
Like for no reason. I don't get them as often anymore, thank heavens. But yeah, I'm usually in bed, sick as a dog when I get
Mm.
lights out, sunglasses on.
I get
It's
one
My
pain migraine for every 15 ocular.
mm,
But
I
the
just
ocular ones, I hate them.
I
It's
have
like
the
tripping on acid.
I have
It's not
the
fun.
they call them cluster sinus
oh
Cluster
yeah.
migraines.
headache,
yeah,
Yeah, those are not fun either.
yeah.
but it's
Migraines.
all sinuses.
I would rather have a sinus headache than a migraine.
Yeah,
Honestly.
I've heard migraines can make you puke. You
Oh, they
can't
make you
look
throw
at
up.
Oh yeah.
Oh
light.
yeah.
Yeah. Sick
I
as
don't
a
want.
dog.
Yeah, I don't ever want
But
one
I
of those.
mean, the music though was the only thing that I guess relaxed me
That'd be the
enough to
last thing I
where
would have tried. I don't know
as
about everybody else, but you were saying that, and I was just like, huh?
it's I don't I was sitting here, I was at the computer, I was trying to find something to do for tonight, and so I just put my earbuds in, cut my Pandora on my phone, and it
Huh.
I after I know I
Hey,
mean it
whatever works, man.
yeah, I mean it finally hold on, I'm gonna pull this up, but I need to go grab a drink. I'll be right back, y'all.
Yeah, I did. The last migraine I had, I would have done just about anything. Tell me to juggle monkeys and it would go away. I'd probably try.
Hey, Big Al, say roof again.
What's on the roof?
Oh, you shit.
It's a roof. It's a roof. I've had. I shit you not when I say this. I probably had 30 different roofers through the bar today.
My biological
They're out here
father.
like little ants on a sandwich trying to scoop up all the business.
My biological father, well, my mom too, actually, and my adopted father, now that I think about it, they're all from Pennsylvania. But before my biological father passed away, he had been living in Maryland, and he used to say dog instead of dog. He'd say
Doge?
dog.
Well,
Yeah,
that's a little weird.
I know. I was like,
Rough and roof is kind of like pop and soda. The further north you
yeah,
go, the more it changes.
he'd be like, I don't know, like he had these hound dogs that stayed on his porch, and he would be like, he'd say something about him. He'd be like, "Oh, go give the dog some water."
Doge.
The what?
Funny.
Okay, I'm back. I had to respond to something on Discord. Okay. Um, let me get this pulled up. All right, so this is
I'm sorry, I'm so sleepy, you guys. It was hotter than Satan's ass crack today.
oh, it's gonna be like 98 here tomorrow.
It was 99 here today. Ugh.
I'll be struggling to read that.
Okay, let me zoom in, fix it. Is that a little bit better?
Yeah, it's a lot better.
Okay. All right, so this is a response to Avery from Melissa's boyfriend. Okay, so what originally you just asked him to begin with, like if he had any information, Avery, that he could give you on the case?
Yeah, I asked him if he had, and if he knew what direction she was. I said, "Do you have any more information that we can share?" I said, "Do you know what direction she was going, or possibly what clothes she was last seen in?"
Okay.
So he's giving this information to you as a random person who doesn't even know you.
Well, he starts out saying, "I do not know you," and I'm a very private person. I was like, "Oh shit!" I was scared to keep reading.
Okay, so he does say, I do not know you, and I'm a very private person. I can tell you that I do not know for sure which way Melissa went, as I did not look when she left out of the door. She spoke of going to Narrows Park, so I'm gonna look that up in a minute on the map and see how close that is, and was to be picked up there by the person that she was on the line with. So did she leave with her phone? Because according to what I'm reading on Facebook, her family is saying she didn't have a phone. So did she leave with the phone?
I don't know.
Okay. I have been in every direction available to me and her since the day after when she was not able to be contacted. I can tell you that she has been diagnosed with bipolar 1 and hyperaccelerated dementia by more than one doctor, as well as chemically dependent on alcohol, etc. I don't know why I should share this with you or anybody for that matter, but I am at a loss. I miss her very much. No one will tell me anything about the direction she went. The police have video footage of her leaving that day, May 13, 2024, and I cannot get an answer from them. So I have had to assume, and I feel like a failure for not knowing or being able to help her. I'm sorry. Okay, Tonka, I will. I'm curious about the phone.
So, so he's seen her go out the door, but he said she was going to Narrows Park to meet up with somebody. I wonder how far Narrows Park is from Main and Allen Street.
Give me just 1 second. I'm gonna pull the map back up here.
And now I wonder who she was on the phone with.
What city was this?
Rice Lake, Wisconsin.
It was Rice Lake.
Yeah, King Scarlet. I promise it was. It was water that you heard.
Water doesn't have a carbonated.
Hey, Avery, whose side are you on?
I got coconut flavored Dr. Pepper water.
Oh, well, it could be carbonated water. Come to think of it, I do have strawberry carbonated water.
It's got water in it. The word water is in the ingredients. That's all anybody needs to know.
I'm hooked as
It's the
hell on
last
this
ingredient,
coconut
but it's
Dr.
there.
Pepper.
And I was gonna ask my son if he's tried that
Oh,
coconut
God,
one.
so good.
I keep forgetting to ask him.
I can't stand it. Oh, I found out that it's even better over ice.
Well, you know what? Check this out. Let me tell you guys something. I'm always proud of how much water I drink, right? Because I drink half my body weight in ounces every single day. So I drink 60 to 70 ounces of water every single day. And when I went to the doctor last week or the week before, how about he's going to tell me that I need to drink more water because I have too many ketones in my urine. And I just looked at him and I was like, I can't possibly drink any more water than what I drink.
He just
You
got
need
you
to
on a
drink
bad
about
key.
98.
You held it for a little bit too long when you gave your sample, and the level was
Yeah.
high.
Does
You
it
need
work
to
that
drink
way?
about.
Yes,
You
it
need to
works that
drink
way.
about 96. What is it? Yeah, 96 ounces of water a day.
Lady B, I am not 190 pounds.
I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying that's the recommended. And
It's
then the
supposed to
other
be,
32 can be whatever you want.
it's the, oh, well, you're getting
Because
too
you're
technical.
supposed to drink out. You're supposed to drink more than that, even.
Well,
But
you're supposed to drink half your body weight in ounces. And my body weight fluctuates depending on, well, I'm not going to tell you what it's depending on, but
how many chips I ate the night before?
seriously, my weight fluctuates 5 to 10
Oh,
pounds.
mine does too.
But it's just, and it's not bloating or anything. It's just,
Okay. It is a 2-minute drive from the corner of Allen and Main Street to Narrows Park.
so is Narrows Park at the end of the blue line? Oh, I see.
Yeah, right here.
So she was headed that direction then from their house.
And maybe she started walking there.
Well, only thing that they're given in these articles is she was seen in the area of Allen and Main Street on foot at 6:45 that night.
Do you know what their address is?
No.
It's weird they're not giving family or anybody like any information either.
Well, if they're potential suspects, they're not going to tell them anything.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
Anybody who's going to be close to the investigation, they're not more than likely
Yeah.
going to give them anything.
Until they're 100% cleared.
Yeah.
And if they're cleared and they're close to someone who's not, they'll probably still hold the information tight.
And not saying that the boyfriend has had anything to do with this, but he would be considered close to the case.
Yeah, absolutely.
Being,
I mean,
her boyfriend
that.
or whatever. So that may be the fact that he's not married to her or whatever as well. There could be a lot of factors in it. But I mean,
I could tell. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I could tell in his message, unless he's just a really good actor, I could tell in his message when he was typing about how he feels, like a failure and whatnot. I could tell he was actually getting upset because he started misspelling all of his words. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
I noticed it 100%.
Yep.
Me too.
So that kind of, I don't know.
You get flustered, you start trying to text faster, and everything gets all fucked up, and you don't back it up to fix it.
Yeah.
So you're just done. I know I had a couple texts like that today myself. So.
I don't know. When I get mad, I start like texting really fast. My shit's got to be on point, so that way my point is on point.
Oh, when I get mad, I do talk to text, and instead of it actually putting my periods in there, it will say period, and so then I sound like a super bitch because it'll be like, and blah 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 period, and
period,
blah 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 period.
There's nothing worse than telling somebody you're gonna duck them up.
Well, I'm with Scarlett. When I am mad and I text something, I want it to be exact.
I can't
text how many people
when I'm mad.
I've told so many people I'm gonna duck them up.
You're gonna tuck them up.
Okay, so.
Well, I got one worse though, Big Al. And so think of F you up, and it was to a guy, and it was talk to text, and it turned into suck you beep.
Oh God.
Mhm.
Brutal.
Yeah, very brutal.
That's when you just put the phone on mute and go to bed.
Especially because he responded.
Oh, of course.
When, where, and what time.
Well, of course.
Which made me even madder.
Well,
okay.
Duh.
I digress. Go ahead.
That's when you give them a date and a time and don't show.
I should have done that.
I was looking right here.
Sorry, Scarlett. You know when I snap there, it's gonna go left.
No, you're good. I'm looking at the map trying to figure something out here real quick. So basically, there could have been, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 different ways that she could have walked. Let's just say they're saying she was seen at this intersection. Okay. 4 different ways that she could have walked to get to Narrows Park. It seems like, though, every way she would have went, she would have passed by a business that had a camera. Or possibly multiple businesses that had a camera.
I can see way more than 4 ways.
Well, I'm thinking, so the way that they have would be 1, the way in blue. Allen to, was that Bundy Avenue to East Sawyer would be 2. Main Street to East Freeman to Bundy would be 3, or she cut through East Freeman down to this little I don't know what this one is. I guess that
And
would be.
whatever the 20 cut-through trails that the kids have that cut
Well,
everything
yeah,
so they
that
don't have to
too.
stay on the street.
But just what we can see on the map,
Yeah.
4 ways. But either
'Cause
way,
if
she
that's
would
the
have
park where
been.
everybody hangs out, which it
There's
probably is.
there's going to be cameras, I would think, there too, because of the parking lot.
Well, Rice Lake is not. It's not a big town.
No,
I mean, Rice Lake
it's
is not
not.
big at all.
I mean, just zooming out, it's not that big.
But Wisconsin is known for their policing is it's pretty hardcore around Turtle Lake and around the reservations there. Because Turtle Lake is just to the west of there, and that's a huge Indian casino that makes millions of dollars, and they pump it back into that local economy like crazy.
Why is my okay? Here we go. I was looking at the houses, so these are just duplexes. Or that one was anyway. I was just looking to see if they had cameras
No
on any.
sidewalks. I'm sure there's Ring doorbells on some of those.
Okay, this shit's not working right. Why is it going backwards and I need to go forward? Okay. Why is this not working right? What the hell? Is this as far as I can go with it?
It looks like that's as far as it goes right there.
This is about a bunch of
Alexa,
shit.
stop.
Let me just go to the end of it like this.
They didn't drive into the park. That's why. You're
Okay,
trying to take the little man into somewhere they didn't drive.
Well, no, I was trying to go to the end of it, but it wasn't going any further. But now it's not going to get. Taka, this is Melissa Davis. She's been missing since May 13th, and there's really not a whole lot of information on her case that's out there. Okay, so yeah, it would have been, I guess, the end of it because there's those houses, but there's the park, so the entrance to the park. And I can't zoom in enough, but I would assume there would be cameras inside the park, though, right?
In Rice Lake, I don't know. You get into Madison or some of the bigger cities, Waukesha or something like that, maybe, but probably not in Rice Lake.
Okay. I just figure,
It
because
really is a small town. It's not as big as it looks on the map.
I mean, it looks like, I guess, a quiet little town, but
It is, and it's one of those. If there's 50 churches, there's 50 bars. You can't have an offset in the numbers.
right. I can't tell.
I shouldn't say bars. I should say taverns. Anybody from Wisconsin's gonna be like, "What are you talking about?"
Is Kenosha really close to Rice Lake?
I don't know off the top of my head.
Because I was searching something for Rice Lake and it keeps giving me a Kenosha address.
I thought Kenosha was on the lake.
I don't know.
Yeah, Kenosha's south of Milwaukee, between Milwaukee and Chicago.
Okay.
I don't see any cameras on any of these houses.
Yeah, you're not talking about a town where people are putting cameras on their houses.
Well, I just figure, like, if she's walking this way, like, there would have to be, like, maybe somebody would have a camera somewhere that would pick her up with a time and date on it.
Mm-hmm.
As she's going by.
I'm sure there's Ring cameras. But if there's no stores or anything,
yeah, there's none down this way.
You're not going to find a traffic camera or anything, I can tell you that.
Is that that's part of the lake right there. I figure at least one house through here would have something. The internet's going slow as hell tonight. Like, there's just nothing. I mean, is the crime very bad there?
No.
So it's one of those little towns.
It's a little skip through town in Wisconsin that it's a small town.
I'll look up the population since I'm over here
The
looking at
biggest thing
public.
around there is the Turtle Lake Casino, and that's actually really big.
I'm over here trying to search public records. So,
Well, don't throw yourself off of the thing either.
oh, I know. Shoot. Now that you said that, I probably will.
But for sure, these businesses through here would have to have cameras.
I would like to know the address of the house that she left to see how close it is to that path.
Yeah, because we don't know if it's these houses in here off of Allen Street, or if it was, she walked from this way down here. All we know is at 6:45 she was seen in the area of this intersection. I'll see them poor deer.
Something nefarious. People don't just vanish.
And there's like, whoever she was seen by, whether it was camera, person, or whatever, they didn't even give a description of the clothes that she had on.
So there's 9,000 people in Rice Lake.
Oh wow!
Hey, Madam Mom. It doesn't look like it's that big of a place then for that many people.
Turtle Lake is where the casino is, and there's only 1,000 people in that town. So
Okay,
it's a
so
smaller
where is-
town, but it's packed with cameras all around it, in and out of town. Obviously it's a casino.
So Turtle Lake is where the
Southwest. That's where the
South-
casino is. That's
Wait,
tribal
so-
land.
Oh, that reminds me. Did you guys hear about the body found in Henderson, Tennessee, in the cemetery? 16-year-old boy.
But they said that it wasn't Sebastian, it wasn't Summer, and it wasn't somebody else. I forgot who the girl was.
It's a 16-year-old boy.
Oh, so I didn't hear an age. I just heard that it wasn't those three.
Yeah. I actually still have the link saved on my clipboard because I sent it to Dago. I'll put it in the back chat.
Okay. All right, so there's Turtleback Golf Course. You said it was southwest?
Yeah, if you come out of Rice Lake on 53 and go
Okay.
straight west on 8, it's like,
I don't even know where 53 is.
if you need the highway map portion. You need the other map.
What other map? How do I get to the other map? I need this
sure.
map. Wait, is this it? No.
There you go.
Okay, hold on. I can't see that.
Can't see it at all?
No, I can see it. It's really small.
Okay, so right in the bottom left-hand corner of this map is Turtle Lake. Rice Lake is dead center top. Rice Lake is right here.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So you come straight south and across on 8, and there's a huge casino over here. So you gotta...
Okay, wait. I see St. Croix Falls. I think I went too far.
This
Oh,
is the
wait,
Turtle-
no, I got
this
it
is
right
the
here.
Turtle Lake Casino. And it's pretty big and it's very busy.
Okay,
Very
so
busy.
the St. Croix Casino, Turtle Lake.
Yep.
Okay, I got it now.
And this same tribe has another casino straight east of me, further north.
Okay, I was thinking it was the other tribe up. The one that I was talking about earlier.
If it was this town, all these places have cameras. Because they're, around the casino.
Right.
How old is Melissa's daughter?
15, 16. something like
Right.
that. That's why I didn't reach out to her, because she's a minor.
Yeah. I just can't even imagine how she must be feeling too.
She just wants her mama back.
You think? Jeez.
From what I've seen on the vigil that they had for her, and what I had seen that she had posted on Facebook, she
The
just,
sad part is that part of the state, once you get out of that city, there's nothing.
it looks just like farmland.
It's all farmland and woods. And the further north you go, the thicker the woods.
Yeah, because over where the other reservation that I was talking about, that an anonymous poster had claimed that she was seen at, it looks like it's mostly, just woods.
Yeah. It's
I did put that link in the back chat in case you wanted to look
Okay.
at it.
I have a
All right.
lot of really good friends that are native. That most of them don't live on the res. They have, but don't, just by
Uh-huh.
choice. And some of the reservations in Minnesota and Wisconsin are pretty hardcore.
Yeah,
Surprising, you know.
some of the
They're-
ones on the West Coast too, like there's I remember one that was in it was near Yuma, Arizona. It was called Kechon, I believe. And their hospital that was on the reservation was so bad that they were just letting people pass, and
wow.
so they were trying to figure ways to get off the reservation and survive, because I guess if they lived on the reservation, they either lived there free, or their house payment was like really low. And they were trying to well, I had a friend named Cherie who had married a guy who lived on the reservation, and she was trying to get like permission to have her baby at the hospital in the city instead of on the reservation, and they were giving her a hard time about it. So I think some of them are kind of harsh.
Yeah, there's a different way of doing things, for
It's like
sure.
a city within a city.
Yep.
They
The
got,
closest one to me has their own police force.
yeah, most of them I think do now, don't
And
they? Their
now they
own
operate on
tribal
public
police.
they operate on public roads though. That
Yeah.
you actually go through the reservation. So you can be driving through their reservation, you get a ticket, and
Yeah.
Hmm.
they issue them like crazy, and it's changed a
Wow.
lot around here anyway.
I didn't know
They have
you
a
could
lot of
just.
crime and a lot of drugs.
I
They're
know
hard.
when
They're hardcore.
I know
A
in
lot of
some of
gangsters.
them, there's a lot of on some of the reservations, like Montana and in the Dakotas and all that, that they have a lot of missing people.
Well, there's that. What a lot of people don't realize, and I've heard from friends of mine, there's different reservations with these casinos that have different policies. Some of
Hmm.
them get big giant checks. Some of them just get free health care and reduced
Mhm.
housing
Hmm.
Yeah.
and other benefits that are benefits, but to some people they don't see it that way. They just want a big giant check.
Yeah.
Because there's one down in the Minneapolis area that there's some members that get $20,000 a week tax free.
Uh,
And that's just a check every week, 20 grand. Here you go.
yeah.
Some of it's even more. But
Wait
there's other
now. Say,
reservations
say,
that they
wait. What
don't.
did you say about a check for 20 grand a week?
Yeah, the tribal members at the Mawakaton Sioux that have the Mystic Lake Casino in the Twin Cities,
Uh-huh.
they get an average of $20,000 a week.
That's like their living allowance, or
That's their stipend for the casino. That's their cut.
oh, and they work in the casino.
No, they don't have to. No, they don't
No,
work at
it's
all.
just
They just get
because
a
it's
check.
on the land.
Yeah,
It's
that's what they
on
get
their
for being
land.
Indian, being part of the tribe that owns the casino.
Yeah.
Oh, why
There
don't
was
you marry me an Indian?
But they're not all like that in Minnesota, so that creates a lot of tension.
one. I can't remember the name of the guy, but he goes to like all these different cities, and he'll go to like some of the reservations and stuff like that. And he has a YouTube channel, and he had went to one. I want to say Arizona, New Mexico, somewhere out in there, and
Oh,
they
I know
were
who you're
talking
talking
about
about.
that.
I know
Uh,
exactly what you're talking about.
I can't remember his name. Uh,
He goes all over the world.
yeah, he went up in the Appalachian Mountains and
Yep.
like did the talk to the locals there. He went to, uh,
He went down to
like
Louisiana.
yes, he
Yeah,
went
he
to
did
a.
Louisiana down to the end of
Mhm.
the road.
Yeah, I
Oh,
cannot
that
remember
sounds
that
interesting.
name. I can't remember his name, but I do remember him going to one of the reservations. Like I said, it was either New Mexico or Arizona, and they were talking about that.
I
Uh,
follow him. I
they,
follow him. I'll find it.
okay. They were talking about, that the reservation, and they had like this big, huge, nice hospital, and all that there. But they were talking about from the casino, each one of them get a certain amount from it. I just
Is
can't remember
it
his name.
Peter Santinello?
Yes,
Yep,
that's it.
that's him.
Yep.
I was just getting to the P's too.
Ah, I'm so good.
Yeah, he has a lot of good videos where he's went all over the place. And everybody loves him. Everywhere
Well,
he
he's been to a
goes.
few places where they weren't real happy about him, but yeah, for the
Okay,
most
well I
part,
didn't
everybody
watch
loves
any
him.
of those, but all the ones that I've watched, everybody loves him.
Yeah, he's a cool dude.
Hey, have you
He's.
guys ever watched Lamont at Large on YouTube?
I have not.
No.
He goes to all the cemeteries, and while he's walking through the cemeteries, he tells stories, true crime stories. And he went to this one cemetery where they were, like they're in the, what do you call that when they're in the wall? The
Crips.
Mm,
Crypts.
maybe. And
Or
there was seepage coming out of one. There was seepage fluids and blood coming out of one. And he had to get a hold of the cemetery people. But he was filming and he just happened to put his camera on it. But it's really cool. He goes to all these different cemeteries, and while he's walking through, he tells the stories of whoever I guess they're in there. And he kind of walks them at night, so it makes it a little spookier.
I'm not a big fan of graveyards, cemeteries.
And
That's
then
just
I wanted to tell you, because me and Meta Mom got hooked on this. There's a lady on TikTok. Her name is Bonnie Lou, Lou, and she was married to a serial killer. And she tells her story on there. His name was Richard Canuets. He was caught in he had unalived a bunch of women in Virginia, and then he led the police on a high-speed chase in Florida, and when they caught him, he unalived himself. Um, Richard, gosh, bless it, I can't think of his last name. It's Canuet or something. Anyhow, it's interesting.
Okay, hold on, y'all. I was making myself a note and I forgot what I was writing. Oh shit.
Sorry.
No. It's not you. I was writing the name.
Oh,
I had to go back to what you had sent me to get the name.
oh, okay.
Because I'm writing myself a note to look into something tomorrow.
I was trying to look into public records on them, but I can't find anything.
Well,
Oh,
luckily, I
cult.
think my Ambien might be kicking in, and I am going to get out of here before I'm that guy that's snoring in his headset.
Oh man, I wish you were that guy that just started talking off your head and you'd stay. I'd have the best conversations with my mom when she was on Ambien.
I need sleep so bad. I'm just praying for it. I've been 3 nights in a row. I've been waiting for it to work, and I think it actually might be working right now.
Oh no. Oh, okay,
So,
go get some sleep.
you guys have a great night. It was
All
good
right.
talking to you.
Well,
I
thank you
couldn't
for
I couldn't
coming
help
on.
but come up and talk when I heard you talk about that little girl. I was like,
Oh yeah, that whole case
it
is
just had
just
me red in the face, and just
Mm.
I love the
yeah.
idea. I love Lady V's idea of let's let the convicts handle it.
Jail justice. I'm all for it
Let's
in a
just let them
case like that.
handle it, and
Honestly,
I mean, I don't feel bad about saying that.
I don't either.
And I don't care who's mad at me or doesn't like me because of it.
You talking about
I'm tired of paying. I'm tired of paying for these cocksuckers.
Yeah,
the 8-month-old little girl?
yeah, Maya Tucker.
That is sad. That is.
Yeah, I have no, like I said, I've been through enough shit in my lifetime that when it comes to people like that with their kids, I have no sympathy whatsoever for them.
Honestly, I think they should just put them on a plane and drop them off in like Iraq. Just
I,
drop them off.
I say just
If
do away
nothing,
with them. I say do away with them.
it'd be more fun to
just,
watch them wander across the fucking desert.
I
No
just,
idea what to do, nowhere to go, no one to help them.
I
Let
want
them
to know who the
suffer.
16-year-old boy is. The body that they found. I've been trying to think of what 16-year-old boy was missing from Tennessee because I feel like there was one that we talked about.
Okay, jumping out of the rabbit hole. I'll see you guys later.
all right, have a good night.
Good night, Big Al.
Good night,
Good
Big Al.
night. Sweet dreams.
Yeah, that case just. And then King Scarlett said she had watched a thing with the investigators that said that the reason why they didn't find her in the house to begin with is because they couldn't go into the house because of all the substances that was in there.
What?
So this baby could have died from inhaling that shit. She could have got it in her mouth. Uh, there's no telling how long she was in there or anything.
So they had to probably wear like the chemical suits and stuff, huh?
Yeah, the hazmats and all. Yeah, probably so. But they found her. Basically, she was hidden under a pile of debris.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, so was the house like nasty?
From what the way King Scarlett was explaining that she had watched, yeah, it was substances everywhere and all that. I'm pretty sure it was a
Filthy.
cookhouse. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
A poor baby.
Hey guys,
Uh-huh.
sorry I'm not real active tonight. I
No,
think
you're
I'm gonna jump down. I'm dealing with some health stuff tonight, so
Okay.
Oh,
Well, I hope you feel better.
yeah, I feel
yeah.
better.
Thank you
So,
guys. I'm gonna jump down. I love y'all. I'll probably be in chat, but
okay, yeah, I'll probably be getting out of here in a few minutes anyway. But if you need anything, just let me know on Discord.
all right. Thank you, hun.
All right, we'll talk to you later.
Good
Love
night.
everybody. Good
All right,
night.
love
Bye
you.
bye. Sleep safe.
All right, you too. Yeah, it pisses me off that if they didn't want the baby or didn't want to take care of her or couldn't take care of her for whatever reason, all they had to do was take her to a firehouse, the fire department, or to a hospital and just drop her off.
Yeah.
That's all they had to do.
That's what I don't understand is they have these options now. And I know that, like I said before, like everybody who has a child should have inspections, and people are like, no, that's a violation of their their rights. But I feel like they're abusing their rights, and I feel like the United States does have the funding and could do something, but I think they don't want to,
They don't.
and it drives me insane.
It pisses me off.
Like, I get, we have our constitutional rights, but if you're I don't know, I just feel like there's got to be a loophole around it somehow.
Something. But we were wondering why she only had one picture on her
Yeah.
Facebook, the mom of the baby, and that's when she was a newborn, which is the picture that's been on all the articles.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's probably the reason. The baby was probably malnourished. She probably wasn't where she was supposed to be in her growth, on like her growth chart.
Mm-hmm.
She probably was filthy. No telling what else. And that's why she didn't have any other pictures of her.
Yeah, probably never took her to a doctor.
Probably not.
Well, I thought it was a little boy because she has her in boy clothes in that picture.
Yeah, it was a little girl. It just, I don't know. They said that her, and I'm not trying to be graphic with this, but her decomposed remains were found. I'm hoping And I
Hmm.
think there probably is a way that they can figure out with, like if there's anything in her system when
Oh
she
yeah.
died. Um, because I bet you anything, there's going to be drugs in that baby's system when she died.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I bet you. And I don't know if it's from an overdose or just them smoking it in front of her or what. But they literally, that's the reason why they wasn't at the house. They were at the hotel room because they knew that baby. They knew the whole time where she was at.
I'm gonna pray that it's not what I think, which is starvation, because I think that's the worst way for a baby.
It wouldn't surprise me though. I mean, these people had the Fient and they had the white substance that starts with an ilm
Hmm.
in their hotel room. All of the adults in this family has been arrested with some sort of drug charge, except for I think the one grandmother, and she just had a DV charge from last year. Uh, all the rest of them were drugs. There was even a guy who's not even kin to him that was arrested outside the grandmother's house for drugs.
I wonder if we can find out if the baby tested positive for anything when the baby was born. Because if when they're born, if they test positive for anything, then DHR or CPS is supposed to be involved. And
Probably,
I bet
but
it's
that
gonna be,
that becomes HIPAA though in a
yeah.
minor, so we probably won't. And the only way I think we would know that is if the cops come out and said that.
And there's probably no family that's gonna stand up to try to fight for that baby's rights if it is another system failure.
And Tonka, that's what I'm worried about. They're claiming she was 8 months old. We don't know exactly how old she was when she passed away, but it's very likely that she got something in her mouth because people like that, they don't care if they have that shit can be laying all over their house. It gets in, all in the air. And like I was saying earlier, they even if she didn't get something in her mouth, it could have got on a bottle and they
Hmm.
didn't wash the bottle off and they stuck it in her mouth and she got it that way, or a pacifier, or
Yeah,
any little way that it could have got in her system. You know that they were probably smoking it around her.
that's infuriating.
They probably didn't feed her right. She probably, if she starved to death, it wouldn't surprise me, honestly.
That's my gut feeling, and that's what I hate because I feel like, they suffer that way.
Oh, yeah. That's probably that and dehydration is probably some of the two worst ways to go.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't surprise me if she was malnourished. I think that's the reason why there was only one picture of her, and that was what looked like laying on a hospital bed before she was brought home from the hospital
Hmm.
when she was a newborn. And Michelle, that is true too. She breastfed. She's giving her the drugs that way.
Oh gosh, yeah. Goodness. I know here in this state, they test all babies no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
And if
Yeah.
any baby tests positive for anything, that baby does not leave the hospital with the parents.
Yeah. Yeah. And Tonka, the mom, dad, and the grandfather were all, whenever they were arrested at the hotel, they were all charged with first degree child abuse.
God, that is pitiful.
Yeah. Child abuse, drug charges, and engaging in organized crimes.
Organized crimes, Jesus.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's just it.
Oh,
That's why I have no sympathy for parents like this. That I
yeah.
have absolutely none. I have no sympathy for Jen Soto. I get
Oh,
she
yeah.
lost a daughter, and I hate what happened to Madeline. I hate it with a passion. But you know what? You can't tell me that Jen Soto didn't know what was going on with that little girl.
Oh, after reading those documents, I mean, did
I
she not see the tripod in the room? What
I
the
haven't
hell?
I haven't read them. I've only seen screenshots of what oh shit, what's his name on Twitter had posted.
Oh,
Um,
Pascal and Greg
no,
Hughes went over them too.
oh, see, I didn't watch any of it. I'm waiting on one of the on the Osceola website. Uh, they've requested it, but they haven't gotten them in yet, and so I'm waiting for them to pop up on there so I can read them. I'm not gonna go over them on here,
Yeah.
but there will be some stuff that I will just take notes over, maybe screenshot out of there. That's not
Yeah.
too bad to where I can't show it on here. Uh, but I know that there was some questions that was, well, one of Maddie's friends did an interview.
Mhm.
Uh, Jen admitted to sending the cockroach and Madeline to another bedroom to sleep so she could get some sleep.
Mhm.
It's just, and that would have been the room that the tripod and the toys and
Yep.
all that was found in. You cannot make me believe that this woman didn't know what was going on, and why she is not in jail. It's just,
And the
I
police saying that she was talking of Madeline in past
past
tense
tense. Yes.
that night.
Yeah.
There was a bunch of other things too. She changed her story to the police that she didn't actually see her in the morning. She just heard noise and assumed that it was her in the morning. And so they were saying that, like, I guess this really could have still happened the night before. And oh my goodness, there's just so much in those documents, and it's mind blowing that she's not charged.
Right. And Metamom, yes, it was the docket who did some screenshots of it. I could not think of his name on there.
Eric.
Yes.
Yeah,
Uh,
I guess the docket and Gray Hughes they went in halves because it was like $800 or something to get all
yeah,
those.
it was a lot of pages.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, it's
It-
about $1 a page usually. So
yeah, it's expensive. Um, there was, what was the other one? Oh, that it was said that she was wearing, what was it, black shorts that morning
mm-hmm.
when she went missing, but she was found with jeans on
Mm-hmm.
in the wooded area.
Yep. Yep. And I think he was trying to change her clothes to get rid
Mhm.
of DNA or something.
Tonka, I agree. Jen is as involved as Stefan. I have a theory about the numbered rooms, and it has to do with an agreement. I don't know who numbers their rooms in their house. That literally sounds like, uh, uh, I'm trying to think of the right word without YouTube getting upset. A brothel.
Now, was
I,
it her saying room number 4 or the police saying room number 4?
all I know is that Jen told Stefan and Madeline to go sleep in room number 4 so she can get some sleep. And room number 4
Mhm.
is where the tripod and all the stuff was found. I don't know numbers or rooms in their house.
Yeah, I'm the, you know, in the beginning I was really giving her the benefit of the doubt, but the more I read, the more I think she just had to have known.
Okay, King Scarlet said it was the police that was staying in room number 4.
Okay, that would make sense. Dang it.
I just, but you know, and Lady V said the same thing, that she was trying to give her the benefit of the doubt. I'm talking about Jen. Um, I've said it from the beginning. The woman's known.
Uh-huh.
I've, I
And did
just,
you see too that they pretty much they pretty much narrowed down what the cause of death was just based on those papers?
seems,
Strangulation.
it's, where did I see that at?
Um,
Did somebody post that on Twitter?
yeah, it was on Twitter and it was
It had to have been where I've seen it, because I haven't watched any of the YouTube channels that went over the
yeah,
papers.
it was on Twitter. I think Gray Hughes said it, and I think Pascal also said it. I think it was Ashley Stanfield. No,
I haven't watched her either.
no, it was Vinnie Paul. No, I don't know.
Yeah, it had to have been on Twitter where I seen somebody post it then, because I haven't watched any video that has to do with the papers. I want to say it was either Grizzly or Jace for Justice that had
Yeah.
made a post that they had made it like through so many number of pages, and that they were going to go through some more or whatever.
Mhm.
I can't remember which it was, but I think it was one of those two that we're going over. And I was going to go over and watch their live, and I never made it over there to watch it.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna head down so you can say your goodbyes.
Okay, well, thank you for coming up. And like I said, I tagged you in that thing on Discord about the boy in Birmingham. I didn't know if you had heard about that case or not, but it was posted like 11 hours ago. So
Yeah, I think they're still searching for the mom.
yeah, something about she's on the run or something like that. And
Boy, let me see her. Let me see her. Hope she runs this
so
way.
I don't know. I thought I'd seen something about March in there. Uh, so I don't know when the boy died or anything. I just saw like the first part of the article that.
Yeah, Jesus. Mm-mm. All right, well, have a good night.
Okay, well, thank you for coming up. You have a good night as
Thanks
well.
for having me.
All
Bye.
right, talk to you later. Michelle, reading the descriptions of some of those 60 charges that he had, I think he was already past the hardcore things. Honestly, the 60 charges, I couldn't make it through all of them. They were horrible. What he done to that little girl. Okay, so she told Ellie on body cam footage when he said she was wearing blue jeans, Jen jumped in and said no, she was wearing black shorts. So she's saying she saw her in black shorts that morning. So many lies. Yeah, and didn't it turn out she was wearing jeans when she was found? I don't know. I'm waiting for the day that they come out and they say that they have now charged Jen Soto with something. Neglect, abuse, something. Because she needs to be in jail with him. So, all right. Well, I'm about to get out of here for the night. Thank you all so much for hanging out with us tonight. Did you see the dude that Kate Montreal, the 6-year-old love to reporter? Just on you talking about the guy from Louisiana that had the Amber Alert yesterday. I haven't watched any of the information or like any videos of him or whatever. I just read an article that he was found and the youngest little girl, he led the police to her body and to the oldest one who was alive in the car. And that police said uh, that the area that they were found at, they believe that human trafficking was going on there based off of the cages and all that they found there. So more than likely, that guy took those little girls. He was heading to that spot, and you know the rest of the story from there. What he was going to do with the little girls. So, and apparently, there's been another lady that's been arrested in that case also as an accomplice to helping him kidnap these little girls and all that. It's craziness, y'all. All right, well, I'm gonna get out of here. Like I said, thank y'all so much for coming and hanging out with us tonight. If y'all are in the Wisconsin, anywhere close to Rice Lake, or if you have friends or family, take a picture of Melissa Davis, show it to them, ask if they've seen her, call the Rice Lake PD if you have any information. If not, share it on your social media. Try to get her face and her story out there so she can be brought home to her family. So I love you all, and Talca, have a good night. I will talk to y'all later. So y'all have a good night.